Yo guys, Happy New Year's. I didn't even, honestly, I slept through New Year's on accident. I ate too much leftover holiday food and it was just like, accidentally passed out. I forgot it was New Year's. I've been grinding Link to the Past and some other, getting back into yoga and some other stuff for myself. So fucking hard that I just like, couldn't keep track of time. One minute it was November, like, and it's Thanksgiving and I'm partying, and the next minute it was fucking Christmas, and the next minute it's New Year's. That's how it felt. But I wanted to do a big update for the channel. I haven't been really talking to people lately, so, like, not out of choice, just like, I don't know. My family has improved relationship wise a lot in the last year or so, but there's still bumps and hurdles here and there, and it's like, um, sometimes you just don't know if your family's ever gonna be a family again or ever really come together. It's like you can't really predict the tides of life, and it's a scary thing sometimes, and it's like that's pretty much what my whole year was about. It was like a big lesson with all of that. It's probably gonna keep on going, is my guess. It's like life teaching me about life. Um, but all that emotional stuff, that emotional baggage that like but has been cluttering my life, and I'm assuming other people go through these similar things. Like I didn't really growing up, I didn't really understand a lot of like what you were gonna face emotionally on your life or during your life. Like I didn't really understand all that, and I still don't. Like I'm still probably like behind on that. Uh, but anyways, I don't got too much talking energy, so I'm gonna talk for a while, and then I just want to do some breathing and playing some games and having fun. But yeah, I've been learning to balance my energy a lot better. Like sometimes I used to just like talk and talk and talk, and I didn't realize it was like zapping my willpower to do other things. You know what I mean? And sometimes I needed to talk. Like it was time to like figure out a plan, discuss it with people online, share it with my subscribers, get to work on the objectives of the plan. You know what I mean? All that stuff was a lot more necessary than talking. And that's what I'm trying to find a nice balance of for the channel for now. But you might be like wondering if this is just like turning into a Link to the Past channel or something, and we're never gonna just do one thing. Like basically, if you like Maximilian, dude, that's like what my lifelong goal is for my gaming channel. Like I just want to eventually just try to entertain people, grow the fuck up, be a good guy, play games, be my best, try to put on a show, uh, move on from my failures and be proud of what I did with my life, I guess. So that's basically the goal of my channel for the rest of my life, right? And like you might see the channel like turn into something for a little bit, and for like a month or two, it's like not what you like at all. I understand. Like some people don't like Link to the Past, some people like Metroid, some people don't like Metroid, some people only like PlayStation games, some people, you know what I mean? So it's like I can't appeal to everyone, and that's never been the goal. I always just wanted to do a lot. My goal was basically to do a lot of variety, a lot of the games I thought were the funnest that exist on the planet Earth. You know what I mean? Like those. That was pretty much my idea. And I don't. I'm not trash talking anyone's opinion if they like other stuff. I absolutely hate sports games, but I'm happy when people have fun playing them. You know what I mean? Like I'm happy for them that they have something they like. Um, That's how I always tried to look at it, just because deep down, like the little kid inside of me who was like very opinionated on video games was like, sports games are fucking stupid. That's basically what the little kid version of me thought. And anyone who played sports games, I was just mean to. But I eventually grew up out of that, and I just sort of felt bad for feeling that way. You know what I mean? I felt like if that was me and I'm just a little human out there and I have some a little something fun, I went. I don't. It's not fun when people come around shitting on your parade, basically, like douchebag bullies from middle school and high school. got a little dick and they're 5'4", still growing up, and they all got a fucking chip on their shoulder or some shit. And then all those men never end up doing anything. They never help society. They maybe get some shitty construction job and help themselves, and that's all their life really amounts to. Like, you don't have to be too worried about bullies, you know what I mean? It's not like they're gonna turn into the nicest, helpingest person and you gotta, like, forgive them being bullies. No, they usually just stay the way they were. That's one thing I notice is, like, I worry too much about how douchey they were, because it's like, they're not gonna play a role in life after this, you know what I mean? They wanted to make you believe that they were such a great person that they were gonna haunt you for the rest of their life, basically. That's what a bully really is at the end of the day. You can say it, make up any other excuse for bullies you want, but that's what bullying really is at the end of the day. It's basically low level violence, you know what I mean? Violence towards another person's peace of mind and feelings of being safe and loved in this world. Might as well be just as bad as beating the shit out of people, you know what I mean? But anyways, I want to talk a little bit about Link to the Past, and just re-mention that, like, uh, there's probably gonna be all kinds of crazy shit on this channel. There might be Dark Souls speed runs. There might be Elden Ring speed runs. There might be, like, a couple extra Elden Ring playthroughs where that just take up like 50 hours, and it's like I'm trying a different build and a crazy route out or something. You know what I mean? Like, there's gonna be it, like, if you might look at the channel and be like, well, all you're uploading is Link to the Past for the past week. It's clear that you're not gonna be doing the stuff you used to do, or you're not doing the stuff you said you were gonna do, or something. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's not really how it is. It's more like when something comes to you, like, back from the feeling to play the game came back to me, you know what I mean? Like, ever since for whatever reason, I wasn't even done speedrunning the game back in like 2013, 2014. Like, I still wanted to at least play for a while and do the blue potion route for a while too, for fun. You know what I mean? And now I realize, like, it was a little bit sad when it went away, and I just, like, filled the void by being in college and lifting weights a bunch and, stuff like that. Playing Halo 3, getting jobs. But at the same time, it's also good that it went away, because I hadn't really soaked up all the juice out of the game, you know what I mean? Like, there was still a lot of fun to be had before it got too nerve-wracking. I think at this point, like, if you're, like, people have, like, trivialized the game and they act like it doesn't, like, they get 1/124 or like 1/123, and they just, like, I'm not saying every one of them, but I was listening around the Link to the Past community, and people are like, this game is mechanically simple, or like, this game isn't that hard, you just need to practice certain things, or this and that, this and that. And it's like, it hurts when you hear, like, people who have your goal times are even better than your goal times, and they're just, like, talking negatively about the game like that. You know? I don't know if people feel like that when I talk about Halo, but when I'm talking about Halo, I'm not talking about, like, I like the mechanics of the game and what the game was. I just don't like what's left of the community and everything, you know what I mean? But Link to the Past, to me, it's timeless. Like, yeah, if you got bored with it because you got a 123 and you segment grinded the shit out of the game until the runs weren't fun anymore, because you know what I mean? That's on you. You wanted to get and it's, I'm not saying they're not good. They're great gamers. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, just because someone has a worse time than you doesn't mean they're mechanically worse than you at the game, you know what I mean? They could just be wanting to have more leniency in their runs. They could just be wanting to take it slower so they don't burn out the game on them until the point where there's no time save barely anywhere and it's not fun. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So it's like, I don't really like all that talk. To me, it just sounds defeatist as fuck. Like, if you really loved Link to the Past speedrunning and you wanted to be the world record holder, and you would stick with it like Eddie, or you would develop your own ROM hack because you believed in that community so much. You wouldn't just like get like near world record level and then start shitting on the game. You know what I mean? That just shows like a defeatist. To me, that shows like that would be like if I just sat around saying like Halo 3 is dead. I can never play the game ever again, not even for a match. And you can't even have fun with it'd be like I'm just like taking my anger towards having sucked all the juice out of the game that was fun and easy, and then just used it to become bitter and hate the game and basically spread the word that it's not good when you know what I mean. Like the difference between trying to talk realistically about something and then like very passionately trying to like mentally defeat the game like it doesn't exist anymore to you. Basically nobody should waste their time on it. You know what I mean? I don't know. To me, the game's still what it always is. Especially if you play it like I do, where you're getting good enough at the main hard things in the game, to finish runs. But thus far, I haven't like done all of those hard parts to death to the point where they're just and I'm not just playing on the same SNES controller that everyone plays on. I'm making it hard on myself. You know what I mean? Like, no offense to those guys, but if those guys were actually as good at Link to the Past as they think they are, they wouldn't have these perfect SNES controllers. They would, like, do fun shit like running with an Xbox controller for a week and seeing what time they can get. They would play on keyboard, or they would get a box controller. Because at the end, it's better for their hands. A lot of those guys complain about their hands. It's like, do you care about your hands, or do you care about using the overpowered SNES controller to get a good time and make it seem like you're good? Because that's what it seems. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to join this community and just trash talk people, but I see that attitude, and it's just, I don't like it. You know what I mean? It's like some people think that we're all just nerds playing at like a 30-year-old game, but some of these people think like the moment they get a 124, they're like authorities on the game and shit. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not like it's impossible for anyone to just like use the practice hack and then sit there and copy the world record and take every somewhat feasible strategy out of it and just sit there for 4 weeks. And you know what I mean? And guess what? I'm doing that too. I'm not going to get no 124, but I don't feel like sitting there grinding a SNES controller to death. You know what I mean? I know that a SNES controller can give me better time. The D-pad makes a lot of the boss fights way easier. The only thing that's harder on it is weapon or item dashing, weapon dashing. And the thing is, I'm not trying to trash talk these people, but I just feel like a true someone there's like people who come to speedrun games just to like get on the leaderboards and show off how good they are. And then there's people who stick with the game and they develop the community, and no offense, but I value those people way more because those people are the reasons why I get to play parallel worlds. You know what I mean? Those people are the reasons why I get to try out Goddess of Wisdom and do a casual run of that. Those people are the reasons why I get to play Secrets of the Past. Those people are, you know what I mean? And there's probably a couple other fun hacks to check out too that have gone under the radar. If not speedrun them, at least just play them casually. You know what I mean? So I get a whole new speed run in Parallel Worlds after I beat this game, and it's a great run. You can't knock it. You know what I mean? The only thing that might not be for everyone is some of the hovers, but it's like they're optional. You know, you can still get a great time without the hovers by playing the game well. No, not many other people. If you do that, not many other people on the planet are going to be able to beat you because they're not going to have the patience and the time to put in the work. You know what I mean? So you don't have to be world record in things, and it's like this is how I felt about it today. I was like, cutting 140 on Link to the Past is actually, especially if you're not using a Super Nintendo controller and you're using a new or you're somebody who played games like that on a keyboard your whole life and you're trying a SNES controller. That's what I'm saying. Like putting yourself in a lifetime disadvantage. Like some people spend their lifetime using a SNES controller or using D-pads or using normal controllers, so they're clearly gonna, adopt those way easier. Just like me, I'm better. Like I'm probably still better on the SNES controller at a lot of things, but I use the box because it's fun and it's challenging, and I like to show off that I can just basically type my way to a nice speedrun time, and I like to try to put on a show with a disadvantage, and you know what I mean. And like some games, and people like say, well, box is easy. Like there's certain things about it that give you yeah, you could say that, but also what's harder? Just hovering your hands on a D-pad and your whole movement is controlled by one thumb and this nice little array of face buttons, or literally just like learning a whole new device where you're basically just holding your fingers out, pressing them down lightly to play the game. It's a way to, you know what I mean? It's like people have been playing guitars for the last, like 50 years. If they came up with another instrument that was a little bit more difficult to use, that was different, you wouldn't know it would just be instantly the best player in the universe on that instrument. You know what I mean? It takes time to get good at things. Like if we never used controllers before and we just all of a sudden invented controllers, people wouldn't be as good at shooting games as they are. You know what I mean? People have spent the last 20 years grinding shooting games on controllers. Anyways, I just feel like people don't like they won't give you credit, you know what I mean? There's like no one who speedruns this game or not even there's not even that many people who speedrun. I've only seen like one other person who uses these box controllers and but there might be more and speedruns like challenging retro 2D games with them, you know what I mean? So I just feel like if it was so easy, everyone would be there'd be loads of world records. There'd be a lot of people, top players using these things. You know what I mean? And really that when there's even in Super Metroid for example, there's like one guy on a custom made hitbox that could actually be maybe the layout could maybe even be improved for him if he cared enough to. He's already a god, so it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? But that's like one guy near the top. He's not even the world record holder. And people are like, he's cheating. He's got to buy. You know what I mean? It's like, what? So the world record holder and the guy playing on the device the game was made for, the Super Nintendo controller, isn't a cheater, but somebody who's taking a device that has some issues when you look at how it controls the game and overcoming those and getting a good time, that guy's cheating. That you know what I mean? That's basically how people act. I'm not saying it's like crazy, like people are just absolutely adamant about it. I'm just saying I've seen a lot of talks about that. It's like with Smash Bros. People are like, "Well, the box is just easy to be good on," but then none of the pros use the box. If it's so easy to be good on the box, someone would have took it to a tournament and won. You know what I mean? It's like shut the fuck up. Literally, I don't even think one box player has ever even won a top tournament yet, and they've been grinding at this for the last few years. Like it's that life depends on it. You know what I mean? It's like these people are crazy. Some of these people, how they act about the shit. It's like I'm sorry, some of us wanted to learn a new device and be little kids again and have fun and suck at the games we love for a while until we learn how to get good on this device. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just for the little amount that I search those communities, speedrun communities and Smash Bros communities and stuff, it's weird how many comments and opinions I've seen from like pro players even who say shit like that, you know. Anyways, I'm a fan of the box and I'm not really, to be honest, I'm not the only people I'm impressed with in the Link to the Past community are always just going to be the top players just because and people who did it a long time ago, stuff like that. No offense to like new players who want to get good, but it's just like you're my competition, and I'm gonna be petty about that shit. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. I gotta kind of have that attitude because it's like these people have amazing times compared to mine, and it's like I gotta kind of believe that I'm capable of that, even if it doesn't feel like I'm that close. You know, it's an ego thing. But it doesn't mean I, like I said, don't appreciate the skill or. And I still really like people who used to be good before we had all these resources. I'm impressed by that. I think that was sick when people were good back then. And then, like, people don't factor in that emulator adds 10 seconds to the whole game and it just makes things less smooth. You know what I mean? It's just like people look at your time and they'll be like, oh, you're this many minutes off world record, you're trash. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. You get worried about it. Even though it doesn't matter and the people watching you don't give a fuck about that shit. You know, there's like that guy out there who's going to act like that. And it's frustrating, you know? It's frustrating because instead of like playing the game and having fun, you're in like a mental battle between like you want to be good so bad that you can prove doubters wrong, you know. Anyways, it doesn't matter that much, but yeah, I really wanted to make this a big update for the new year. You know, I mentioned that I was going to play a lot of other games, and we are going to get back to those things like Demon Souls, Crash Bandicoot. Stuff is going to get finished up real quick, especially after I get a better time in Link to the Past, and I can sort of chillax on the game and not take it so serious anymore. Just going to get a time I'm happy with. I'm not exactly sure what time it's going to be. We'll see. It really depends on how hard it gets. Like, if it gets excessively hard on the box and it just isn't worth it anymore, I'm not going to sit there and stay attached to a single category in a single game, you know? I don't ever, not that I appreciate people who do that, especially like Eddie. He's probably the biggest one. Someone who like streams the game every day, has like very thin margins to work with. They're basically always losing, you know what I mean? Like, even though he's the best in the world, he's basically always losing to his own world record and stuff like that. You know, and that can't be an easy experience to wake up the next day and feel like that, you know what I mean? But that's why I really ended up liking that guy a lot. And he just seems like a really, if you get to hang around in the stream, get to know him a little bit, he seems like a really good guy. You could get the wrong impression with people like that because you're like, oh, you got tattoos and maybe you have some opinions. You know, you can get the wrong impression pretty easily. And it's like, nah, you stay around in the walls, tattoos look pretty cool, and he's a pretty good guy, you know what I mean? He'll freaking help you out with anything you want for free. He's like nice as fuck. So that's like no wonder why some people want to subscribe to him. It's like I wish I could do that too. That's the type of player I want to be, you know? Even when other people would have said the game's dead to me and stuff, I would want to find a way to keep loving it, or, you know? Whether I'm a parallel world speedrunner a year from now on the side, or I'm making my own Link to the Past ROM hack a year from now, trying to add to the community. That's what I want my channel to be about, you know what I mean? I don't like with fighting games, for example. I wanted to bring this up. Like, it's hard to want to be a pro player when I don't have anyone else interested in it around me, you know what I mean? And it's hard to, I'm not saying I couldn't have went online and tried to make fighting game friends. I'm sure that would have been a pretty fun little journey. It's not the same for me, you know? Like, what made Halo 3 a lot of fun for me was how active the community was, how it was good growing back in the day when we were young. Like us Halo 3 players. How there was a lot of people at school who played the game and stuff like that. It just made it more fun to get good at, and then I just ended up sticking around. But with fighting games, I don't know. I'm not saying they're not fun or I'm never gonna play them again. It's just it might be like Link to the Past, like it comes back to me in a year or two or something, or maybe I meet some friends who end up wanting to play some fighting games seriously with me. That would be enough. I would be interested then, you know. But anyways, uh, still hoping to somehow get Street Fighter 6 next year. Hopefully, I can run into some money and get that. But I will get that eventually, even if I'm late to the party. Um, this channel will still be lightly have some fighting games on it here and there for now. Um, but yeah, I really want to take game design, pixel art, all that stuff more seriously this year. Especially, I really want to get my foot in the door with Link to the Past ROM hacking. I know it might be hard. Like, I might have to learn some fucking coding. I might have to, like, pry information out of people and take online, like, tutorials or classes or pay for some type of information that I need. I don't know. I know it's probably going to be hard as fuck to learn. Like, even though it seems like, oh, it would be simple. It's just like an old game. It's going to be like Super Mario Maker 2, except I'm making Link to the Past. Like, yeah, it's probably got some of that. Some people have probably made it easier than it could be, you know what I mean? But it's still going to be a big jump from a person who's never made a game, you know what I mean? So I want to be able to make that jump this year, you know? That's what I'm determined about because I like Link to the Past so much, but it's like you can only run a game so much. Even the world record holder is going to stop one day, you know what I mean? So it's like I want to be able to play my own Link to the Past, basically. I'm sad that there's not more hacks for it. I don't understand. Like, I think people who could hack it, like the people with the skills to hack it, get so discouraged by Nintendo and the thoughts of the game getting shut down and the thought of the lack of support because it's just a free game that from a long time ago and stuff like that. I think that stops a lot of people that could have made us a lot of great hacks. You know what I mean? So I might not have the game design skills yet to be able to do it, but I bet I can get them within a year with the resources they have online, you know? And I feel like it's up my alley. Like, I spent my whole childhood playing games like this. I just feel like if anyone can design a game that's worth playing and learning it and learning the speedrun for it, you know, I think I could do it, right? I might not have the technical know-how quite yet, but that's basically what I have to prove to the world. It's like I cared enough about this game to make this technical know-how, so you guys give me 300 downloads on romhacking.net. You know what I mean? And some people can hate my hack, but if some people like it, that's a win. You know what I mean? Anyways, that's some stuff. That's some updates about the channel. Some stuff I've been thinking about. Even after I do get my goal times, I want to do other categories. Like I said, might come back and revisit some categories if I feel like there's more potential down the road. So I don't ever plan on completely abandoning Link to the Past. You know, I always want it to be part of the channel somehow. So, so for people who like it, you know, be happy because it's sticking around and we're gonna do a lot of stuff with it. And for people who want other stuff out of my channel, like commentaries and fighting games and shooting games and stuff like that, you know, don't worry because, you know, I can't play one game forever. And I'm just really focused on Link to the Past right now because I want to see how good of a time I can get while I'm grinding, you know, like I want to make the most use of my practice is what I'm trying to say. I want to get the best time I can with the least amount of waste, I guess. The least amount of like of rusting up myself, of rusting and then having to derust and stuff like that. Taking breaks and then having to build back up and stuff. It's also just really fun to see how you can use Link to the Past to get really technical at stuff, you know? I don't care what you're talking about. Hovers, all just being very proficient at all the hardest tricks and glitches. That shit can make you, just because some kids are really good at SNES controller doesn't mean that you're not getting very technical on your box or keyboard if you're good at that shit. Because you are, you know what I mean? And that shit can help you in all types of games. Like, I played Link to the Past for a few weeks, and then I played Halo, and it was like I had aimbot. Like, my clutch factor was, like, through the roof. I wasn't even feeling, like, comfortable with the controller at all because I hadn't held it in, like, a month. The Xbox controller. But for some reason, like, my clutch factor and my like awareness was just like at an all-time high when I played for the last. I got 40 kills. I barely played for the last 2 days. I played a couple matches. I got like 40 kills over and over again. It was crazy. I even put a couple of them on my YouTube. There's proof. Just the fact that I wasn't feeling comfortable with the controller, but that like my clutch factor was that high was kind of crazy. You know what I mean? And I had some crazy no-scope triples. Like every game today. I only played like a few, like 5 or something. But you know what I mean? Like that just shows you like who's to say like what made me that warmed up at Halo? Was it not playing for a month and my fingers were itchy to hit the trigger? I don't know. Or was it because I played Link of the Past and I stressed my mind out learning a new thing and expanded my mind and it was forced to be a little bit more aware and alive and awake and like ready to learn and stuff like that. That's what I think it was. When you can't explain like why you're feeling clutch or why you're feeling like you're improved, I feel like it's stuff like that. Like yeah, you could say I know if I take a break from Halo and I come back, I always play pretty good for a while because I'm like hungry to regain my skill and everything. But at the same time, it's like pretty cool when it just feels like I work so hard at something else that being better at this game just feels free. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like you become a better gamer by improving at other games, and that's just facts. And it's crazy when you experience it yourself. That's all I can say. Because it's like I've been playing Halo 3 on the PC for over 5,000 hours since the PC version came out, and it's like, why the fuck does playing Link to the Past for less than a week, make me better at this game? It doesn't make any sense. Make me better at Halo. Anyways, I'm gonna have a snack a little bit and we're gonna chill. This video is mostly gonna be chill after this. I don't know how long it's gonna go, an hour or two, whenever I get bored. And we're gonna start the long process of learning relearning the whole Link to the Past speed run. So we're gonna watch through it with Eddie Eddie. We're gonna watch through it with WQ. We're gonna watch through it with ACM. We're gonna watch through it with a couple other random people I selected off the leaderboard that I just wanted to see what players of different times did for their strategies and stuff. And this is gonna be like, so we basically did it in stages. Like we cut the 2 hour mark, and then we cut the 150 mark, and and now we just cut the 140 mark. But and the next one is like the big jump. It's when you go from being good at the game to being great at the game. So anyways, in my opinion, especially if you're playing on keyboard or have a disadvantage, like you're playing on a monitor, not a CRT, or you're like me and you're purposely leaving parts of the run unfinished in your brain just to make it more fun. To me, for anyone like that, basically, if you get below 2 hours, you're okay at the game. Good job. You learn baby's first speed run. Good job. You know what I mean? And if you cut 150, you're getting pretty good. If you cut 140, you're getting good. Because now the only mistakes you have left are basically safeties that waste time, and maybe you don't know how to do some bosses. Don't know how to do some quick kills on the bosses, and maybe you fall on Troll Dorm once in a while and stuff like that. But in general, like you're pretty proficient at the speed run. Like once you get a sub 140, you could probably get a bunch of sub 140s and look like a pretty solid speedrunner, in my opinion. And then when you get sub 130, even a little bit before sub 130, like 131, low 132, stuff like that. To me, you're great at the game, like especially if you have any type of disadvantage, If you're on CRT and you got a SNES controller and you've had the practice hack for a few years and you've done the game to death and it's you hate the game and you got a 126 or I mean like a 129, that's not that impressive. Like that's pretty good, Or that's good. You're not great. But if you're like on a keyboard and you just came back to the game after other people were playing it for the last 10 years and I'm basically talking myself up right now. That's okay. But that's just my opinion, It's like mouse and keyboard on Halo 3. It's like, if you're really nasty with that, you're even better than a controller player who's really nasty. That's my opinion. If you're really nasty on keyboard at Link to the Past, you're a little bit better than controller players at the same time that have the same time as you, in my opinion. So like I'm just saying that because like if you wanted to learn keyboard or you want to learn box, like don't be discouraged. Like your times might be a little bit worse, but you still have the same potential, and it's gonna feel good when you improve. It feels really good, like seeing like when I already felt like I was doing solid at the run, and then I see minus 6 minutes, minus 7 minutes still. You know, it feels pretty good. It's like, damn, I'm doing this on the fucking box with all these crazy glitches that I didn't even know if I was gonna be able to do a week ago on the box. You know what I mean? You start to feel how one day maybe you could hover, you could do the troll dorm hover because it's not that long. You know what I mean? You go from feeling like, hey, this is impossible the first week to, hey, maybe down the road I could figure this out. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Anyways, I know I'm gonna be sad. I'll probably whine about it like a baby when I give my goal time, and a lot of the mystery of Link to the Past speedrunning will be gone to me at that point. You know what I mean? But I'm still gonna do my best to stick with it and have fun with the speedrunning community. And one last thing I wanted to mention quick before I chillax and have a chill rest of this video. I'm gonna have snacks and practice the game and watch people's tutorials and stuff. I do want to, like I was saying, I want to stay fluid with this hobby and this habit, speedrunning and the community on YouTube and pixel art and ROM hacking and all this stuff. And I want to keep it moving and going. Like, I don't want to just stop with one category. I don't want to just stop with one game. I want to do Super Metroid. I want to do Super Mario World. I want to do Yoshi's Island. I want to do Mario 64 and like Majora's Mask or something crazy that you wouldn't expect from me. You know what I mean? So anyways, I'm trying to move into my life deeper and like let life pulled me into Link to the Past. Like I didn't want to speedrun. If you talked to me 2 weeks ago, I would have been like, fuck, I don't want to relearn that game. It was hard. It was stressful, you know what I mean? But now if you talk to me, I was like, I'm really happy I relearned that game. That adrenaline rush you get from running it, from having a good time going, and it's just you can't get that anywhere else. It's like both scary and nerve wracking at the same, but you also like feel yourself fighting against your nerves, and you feel yourself like fighting to breathe and focus, and it's actually really exciting. And I didn't even remember it was like that. You see what I'm saying? Even though I did experience that back on the day, I didn't remember it. I only remembered the hard work and all the lost runs and shit. You know what I mean? And the disappointment when I couldn't just like easily get it 129 back in the day. Even though like I shouldn't be such a baby because I like easily got a 132 or 131 or something. And it's like I don't know, like how much of an ego do I need to have, all right? Like I was top 30 in the world when the game was first popping off. People liked my channel, like, and I still like wasn't happy about any of it. It's weird to me. Anyways, it's really tough when you find a game you really like Super Metroid, for example, because like I'm afraid to learn that run because once I learn that run, I'll feel like, well, there it is. That's the one game I get to run in my life. That's what it feels like, right? You just you have to somehow get over that fear because it's like you're never gonna be your best speedrunner self at the first game you fall in love with if you can't learn to fall in love with the new game. You know what I mean? So why even care if it's scary to fall in love with a new game, if it's scary to fall in love with a new person, why even care, right? You're never gonna be your best self until you can continuously fall in love with life again. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I've been facing in the last week. It was really, really fun to learn Link to the Past for the first. Not that it's not fun right now. I'm still like at the peak. Like this next week is gonna be the peak. That's why I'm talking about it, because this next week is gonna be the peak of my Link to the Past for sure. When it comes to like fun, learning, how closely I'm gonna analyze the game. I'm gonna look very closely at like 7 of the top runners and try to copy basically everything I can from them and make it possible on the box. You know what I mean? And grind the controller on the side just to train myself so I know the game on the controller and the box, because it seems to help for whatever reason. it really helped me clean up my end game. Like, I couldn't even do Turtles Rock and Ganon's Tower on the box, and then I just did a little focused practice on the end game with different challenges like no powder, no tunic, no third tunic, playing on the box, and then trying to get 3 runs in a row that get through Ganon's Tower, and then playing on the controller, trying to do that on the controller, switching back and forth, starting from different spots. You know what I mean? Just stuff like that. I did that for a little while, and it just made all the difference in the world. So I was like, yeah, this strategy of using 2 controllers is definitely not only making it fun and more fun and easier to practice for longer, but it's also better for my hands because I'm switching grips, and it's also makes me better at the game because my mind gets a different connection with the game, I guess. Anyways, I know all that was a mouthful. I'm just trying to get a lot of information out there so I can have my snack and chill. Um, but anyways, my family's been going through a little bit of tough times, and like I said, we've been distant. It's sometimes it's hard for me to even come back into my room because I just feel like I should be chilling with my parents and petting my dog, you know. And it's hard. It's stressful for me to think about because I just keep thinking about life and stuff, and it's like it's hard for me to do my channel to its fullest because I feel bad anytime where I'm just like going to work on a video for a few hours and I won't get to see my family for a few hours. And I know that sounds like very melodramatic and like very emotional, but I just feel so bad about any little bit of life that I live and it's not with the people I love and care about. And it's just like, you know what I mean? Like even just like attempting a speed run for 30 minutes, like not even planning to finish the Link to the Past run, just like going in there and seeing if I can get a good start. You know what I mean? Like even that is like feels like I'm missing out on something. I'm missing out on some moment with my family. I'm missing out on some little late night stroll that changes my life. I'm missing out on a moment where I could have pet my dog. I'm missing out on a moment where I could have reminisced about my past and figured out something about the way I feel and you know what I mean? It just always feels like that and it's I'm not trying to like say, "Oh, poor me, woe is me." I'm not that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying like you're just speed running a game, but you're also living life at the same time and it just feels like so emotionally connected with everything, you know what I mean? Like every use of your time starts to feel very it's you almost start to feel like you're speed running life, you know what I mean? As cheesy as that sounds, it feels like you're trying to get your mind just starts racing, and I think a lot of this has to do not just with speed running. Obviously, it has to do with growing up. It has to do with reminiscing about the past. It has to do with loving people and seeing time pass and seeing things change. And it has to feel all those things. Anyways, I think that's most of the stuff I wanted to talk about. Special thanks to my family. My brother gave us a good post Christmas celebration. I still gotta get. I think I'm still gonna get a little bit buzzed someday this month because I haven't drinking in a couple of years. So I kind of wanted to like sip on a little girl drink or something. You know what I mean? We'll see. We'll see if it turns out. I might do that. Otherwise, it'll be okay. We'll just like make a milkshake or something fun. But anyways, special thanks to my family. They've been real good. I know they've been distant, and I'm not okay with that. And we can never really be close to our sisters again because they're like adults and they have kids and they want to fuck boys and they never want to move back in with the family and stuff like that. But it might never be that. We might never truly be the family we were again. But that doesn't mean I don't feel like it. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean I don't like our memories together and stuff like that. So I still want to live my life like we're together. You know. That's what I've been learning more and more as I grow up is like even if we're fighting or something's wrong with one of us or whatever, I still want to live it like it's the best life I ever had to live. You know what I mean? It's weird these days because as I've been playing this game and getting all these connections to my past again, it feels like a link to the past. That's so cheesy. I just thought of that now. But It's true though. Like it's funny that the game's called A Link to the Past, but that's really what it is to me. It's kind of funny. It's kind of cheesy, but it's like it's so true though. Like this game is part of my past. All the memories that it's bringing back, like the people I used to talk to, the people I used to love, like my old life back when I was super young and the game first came out and I was like 4 years old. I could barely remember it, living in a trailer park. You know what I mean? Like fucking trailer park boys before the show ever 20 years before the show ever existed. Anyways, it's just all sorts of weird things that the game brings back. So I wanted to talk about that a little bit and it kind of felt fitting for the new year. And how I wanted to say that this game's going to be a big part of the beginning of this year, but we're definitely going to be like, you're going to see me go crazy for Resident Evil 4. I will be playing Resident Evil Village. Doom Eternal is going to get finished. I loved playing that game for the first set of hours. That was a lot of fun. So there's going to be a lot of big AAA, big games. So those are still going to be part of the channel. You know, we're Bloodborne. We're going to be doing that this year. I have no doubt that we're going to finish that pretty early on in the year. Breath of the Wild, we're going to play that. We're at least gonna be. Oh, my goal is to at least be like over halfway through the game by the time the sequel comes out. If not, I still want to beat the game. It's just I don't know how busy I'm gonna get with between learning A Link to the Past ROM hacking, getting back into yoga, maybe a little bit of lifting with my brother, working on my health, playing a lot of these PS5 games and recording those videos. So there's just going to be a lot of things. So I can't say exactly when. If you are someone who's looking to see me play Breath of the Wild, I can't say exactly when that's going to happen. But I just could tell you that I'm definitely going to play a good chunk of it before the sequel comes out. Yeah, like Elden Ring is going to be huge for me. Like the second I turn that game back on, I know I'm going to get sucked back into that game. That's why I'm kind of waiting to do it after Link to the Past speedruns, just because I don't want to. I kind of want to get a decent time on that game before I go putz around and do other stuff, I guess. Because I already put a bunch of work in, and it's like I feel like if I don't stick with it, it's gonna be kind of like a waste of all that work that I just put in. But yeah, there's gonna be loads of games. Like this will probably be the biggest year for the channel yet. I wouldn't doubt it. A lot of Halo montages are gonna be coming out this year. Hopefully more than last year. Doing a lot of talk. We'll be doing a lot of talks about diet, health, lifestyle, depression, family matters, or the usual life stuff we talk about, life topics. It's going to be a good year for the channel. I'm excited. I'm feeling better than the last 2 years, that's for sure. So that's something to be happy about and grateful for, I guess. I guess. Look at me putting in those little caveats. I'm assuming at some point I'm going to beat the shit out of my box controller and we're going to have to replace the button, so maybe I can do a tutorial on that. When I get better at Link to the Past, we'll do some tutorials and stuff. Definitely, I do want to do some speedrun tutorials for the game, just to share everything that I learned by the time I get a good time. But I want to take it more serious, is documenting my ROM hack journey and using the fact that I'm making a ROM hack to maybe help people teach me how to make it. You see what I'm saying? So maybe I show them a couple rooms I worked on, but then some guy's like, hey, you need help programming this new item for the game or something. You know what I mean? Maybe I could teach you how to do that for a fee, $20, or you know what I mean? Like $5, or like give somebody a little money to help me if I have to. Whatever, you know what I mean? I just want to do stuff like that for the channel, like make ROM hacking a big part of the channel, because I feel like, not that there isn't people out there trying to teach others, I just feel like it's not done enough, Maybe I haven't looked, maybe there's like a crazy good community out there who loves teaching other people how to do low-level game design and ROM hacking and sprite production and all this crap. Sprite art, I don't know what you would call that. But I haven't really seen that much of it, so I feel like there's definitely room for improvement there. So it's like I might as well man the fuck up and make that part of my life. I've always wanted to anyway, you know. So that's the very first time I seen a Mario hack back in like 2011 or something, 2010. I don't remember exactly what year it was. Might have been before that even. Since the very first time I seen that shit, I really wanted to. Some part of me wanted to do that as part of my life, ROM hacking and game design and stuff, you know. So, anyways, uh, and it's like even if I do ever feel like I'm done with some Link to the Past speedrunning stuff, it's like there's still the ROM hacks and there's still the possibility of me making one, and there's still other Zelda games to check out, and there's still like games like Super Metroid, which are very technical and similar and from the same era. You know what I mean? It's like I just don't want to let things stop me, like nostalgia and fear and fear of loss and fear of losing a game that I love by having overplayed it and stuff like that. I just don't want. I'm sick of that kind of stuff stopping me. You know, I'm so done with it. Anyways, that's pretty much the goal for the year and everything. That's my little New Year's resolution, my New Year's update for the channel. We're gonna chill for the next few hours. I'm gonna eat some snacks, check on the family, and we're definitely gonna be opening up this guy's tutorials, watching them, opening up the practice hack, checking out some of the stuff I learned. And then as this is gonna be for like the next week or two. I don't know how long this is gonna take me. We're gonna be doing a shit ton of. So sorry for the spam videos of Link to the Past. They're gonna they're gonna end eventually. And I'll always have this playlist up for people who want to learn the game. Um, but I am just gonna be like opening up like these old runs, like WQ's runs and uh ACMLM. I just call them ACM. It's easier. Just like going back and like reliving some of these great runs from people. Like, here's some other guy pulled up. I don't know who he is, but had a great time and similar runner to ACM. So I was like, yeah, let's check him out. But anyways, I just want to go back through and like really do one final like huge deep dive into the game, and really fix my knowledge of stuff that I don't know about yet by learning from some of the best. So, anyways, that's pretty much the goal. The next 2 weeks, if you really cared about Link to the Past speedrunning for some reason and you never did it to death before, like I haven't really yet. Especially on the box. To me, it's a whole different game on the box. But so yeah, the next 2 weeks should have like a lot of. I'm not gonna be commentating much of it, but there's gonna be a lot. If you watch the videos and you want to learn along with me, you're gonna see a lot of like in-depth study of how people do things, taking like screenshots of the pixels they're on when I need to know like how to do a double bomb jump and all this shit, and they're watching tutorials. Like it's gonna be pretty damn in depth. Like I've already went pretty in depth with it, but this is gonna be the final big push to make me the player I need to be on the box. To get the time I want on the box is not gonna be easy, but there's a clear path, right? There's a lot of people who I can learn from, and even if they're not using the same controller as me and things work a little different for them, that doesn't mean I can't apply what they know. So, anyways, much love to you guys. We'll have some more commentaries down the road. Resident Evil Village will come back in most likely after I do Link to the Past speedrunning and get back into Elden Ring, and then I'll probably start doing some Resident Evil Village again. Was just kind of taking a break because I was a little bit burnt out after playing those two remake games. And I didn't feel like playing Resident Evil Village while I was burnt out, I guess. So it kind of sucks that I bought it early, but whatever. It's still going to be a fun game. And my brother's going to bring me that Kirby game back so I can properly enjoy it. He doesn't enjoy easy kid games anymore, and I still do, so. Definitely. Oh, Hades is another one I want to at least get my foot in the door before the sequel comes out, because we'll probably be getting that game on Steam. Bayonetta 3, I'm definitely gonna play. That'll be my first Bayonetta game. I'd like to start with the first two. It's just I have too many games to play, and Bayonetta 3 is right there for me on the Switch, so it's like I gotta play it. I never let myself play like sequels either. Like, for example, like I always force myself to play through the early games, and this is gonna be one of the times where I don't want to do that. You know, like for Xenoblade Chronicles, like it's not really the first two games are expensive still, and it's like I already know who Pyra and Mithra's boobs are. Like, do I really need to play through the first two games? I know I probably should, but that's that's a lot of hours. And I'm playing like 10-year-old games at this point, so it's like I don't know if they're gonna live up to what they used to be, Anyways, that was an example because I often think about starting up that series from the beginning. I'm interested in games like Octopath Traveler and some other stuff, especially when they come on a little bit more of a sale. So, Fraymakers is coming out very soon. I don't know if I'm gonna get that. Maybe if I'm like truly over Link to the Past speedrunning somehow a month from now, I just don't think it's gonna happen. For me right now, if you ask me how long I feel like I'm gonna play Link to the Past for, probably for the next 2 months. I can't say for sure what I'm gonna do after that, but I feel like I'm gonna be playing it for at least 2 months. Like the main game and some of the main categories. Don't know how long it's gonna take me to get some of the times I want, you know? And I'm not really willing to end up with a shit time after all the work I put in so far, so. Because I easily could. If I stopped now, I would have a. I'm not saying 139 is complete trash, but to me, that's a shit time. Like. The difference between 129 and 139 is like a mountain. Like if you're 129, you're a fucking god at the game, and especially if you're playing at any type of disadvantage. And then if you have a 139, you're good, but you let the game get to you, and you never really stuck with it. You know what I mean? To me, that's the difference. No offense to anyone, like that's my time right now. It's just games it's like me with Fortnite. Like I could have took Fortnite so fucking far, and I have mad potential at the game. It's just let that shit die. It's whatever, you know. You can't keep every single one of your hobbies and passions alive your entire life. It's not possible. That's what I'm learning, you know. So you got to pick and choose what you like the most. And I just really like Link to the Past. I think I'm having a hard time deciding if I just want to restart Parallel Worlds casual and maybe do some commentaries for it here and there, just to kind of continue this Link to the Past trend, or if I want to go back and finish the playthrough I was doing like a year ago that got pretty far in the game. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that. It's causing me a lot of problems because I want to play the game, but I don't know what to do. I don't know like what's going to be the best experience. It probably makes sense either way, restarting it or continuing it and then maybe relearning it with the speed run and doing like a second playthrough, but just learning the speed run as I play through it and stuff. Like either way, it's going to be fun. It's just like I got to do something. Sometimes you just like want like a boyfriend or a girlfriend that just like forces you to do, like they don't even care about your video game that you're playing, but they just tell you what to do and you do it. You know what I mean? Because it's like I fucking hate deciding sometimes. It's so annoying. God damn it. Anyways, that's just some stuff I was thinking about. Much love to you guys. I'm getting a little hot, so I'm gonna go turn down the heat and relax. It's gonna be a chill rest of the video, and expect like loads of Link to the Past stuff coming out for a while till I finally burn out on the shit. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Happy New Year's to y'all. We're gonna seek to make this the best one on the channel and do some good things with my life and stuff like that. Really excited for a lot of the games coming out this year. Like, we probably don't even know about all the good ones. Really super excited to get back into using my Creed controller for things like Ocarina of Time, finished Majora's Mask, Elden Ring, Hades, stuff like that. My Creed, if you don't know what a Creed controller is, just ask me or search my channel. It's fucking sick. One of the funnest controllers I've ever used in my life. This is coming from a guy who uses a box controller to play most of the time. Fucking love using that thing too. When I first saw it, when I first seen it, I didn't know I was gonna love it so much, and I just thought like maybe that could be for me, and then I got it, and I was like, holy shit, I don't like this just for Smash Bros. This is like one of the funnest things I've ever done in my life. I know it's just you playing a video game, but shit, feel like you learned how to play a keyboard or something, or how to play the piano. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna take this cold winter in January pretty slow and just chill. Try to get outside on the warmer days. Listen to a bunch of music. My sister's computer that we gave her seems like it's finally might be shit in the bed. So I'm hoping that she'll have me put together a computer for her. I've been wanting to build one. I know that's probably a bad thing, like wishing death upon my old computer, but god damn it, I want to put together a new one. And my nephew deserves it. He's a good kid. Sometimes. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much everything I want to talk about. So much love to you guys. We got a lot more positive notes coming in after a lot of struggle in the last year. If you listen to some of my commentaries, we've been through a lot of shit, and things are looking pretty good right now. I'm happy with how they're going. Excited to finish up Demon Souls. Well, not really on some of the levels, but you know what I mean. There is some fun left in that game, and it'll be nice to complete it. And then, yeah, Bloodborne and Elden Ring are going to be some big stuff for me, too. So I think I pretty much talked about everything, and then doubled down on and re-talked about everything I wanted to talk about. So that's a little update from me. Highly recommend speedrunning Link to the Past. Highly recommend learning it on box or keyboard because it's super fun. Highly recommend getting an 8BitDo controller. If you don't have a SNES or a Super NT or whatever, all these crazy retro Kart 97, Super Everdrive, Omega Drive shit, you know what I mean? If you don't have all the fancy shit, just getting a box controller, which is kind of pricey, but or an 8BitDo and playing these games is actually super fun. Maybe try out one randomizer, see if you like it. At least even doing it just one time is pretty fun. I'm gonna finish my randomizer eventually. I know I kind of put that on the back burner, but I like to keep the holiday spirit around for like the first few weeks of January. That's just how I am. I don't feel like the holiday spirit should die just because the year started, right? I feel like if you can keep that holiday happiness alive for a little bit longer, I think a lot more people would like make some of their New Year's resolutions start to happen quicker and better for themselves. Not always easy with school and work in our lives, but so yeah, I hope you guys been enjoying some of the Zelda techno and Zelda dubstep, wubstep crap we've been listening to. That's been fun. Gets me excited to play things like Majora's Mask for the channel and stuff. I do want to start saving up. I know it sounds weird, but I need to save up my breath energy, and I need to do a lot more yoga because that type of workout and exercise is what gives me the energy to like sit here and talk for hours sometimes. Like, yeah, I have ups and downs. Sometimes you see me and like I'm talking every video. I have a bunch of commentary, and then sometimes it's been like a month and I haven't done a commentary. So I'm just trying to work on my energy that way so that I feel like doing it more. And I don't feel so burnt out like after an hour. Like I don't know how long this video's been, but I already feel super burnt out on talking. So, anyways, there's something I've been thinking about. And yeah, we'll see where it goes. My brother started streaming, so hopefully some great things happen with that this year. I'd like to make him some cool stuff in Blender and After Effects or whatever, and even if that doesn't happen and he just streams for fun, whatever. Maybe we'll get back into speedrunning, or we'll speedrun Mario 64 together or something. I think maybe if I started speedrunning that game, that he would be interested in doing it. Um, that's one of those games where it's like it's hard to get into because it's like you're gonna feel very pressured to get a good time. You're gonna feel very pressured to use a 64 controller and the original hardware and shit. I feel like not even that I feel like that's just the truth and stuff like that. And it's not that you can't run the game with other stuff. It's just there's gonna be a lot of workaround and stuff to learn. Certain glitches might be harder on new age joysticks. I don't even know. Probably would be my guess. Or shouldn't say glitches, more like tricks. Well, some of the shit that they do in Mario 64 runs aren't really even tricks, they're fucking glitches. They might call them tricks and say they're repeatable, but the shit's a fucking glitch, you know what I mean? You're clipping through walls and fucking wall jumping off of spinning platforms that makes no sense. You get it. You can go in there and try it, and you might get it like 1 out of 10 times, and it'll never make sense. And then you'll see a runner, and they can do it like 2 out of 3 times, or if they're really good, they can do it 5 times in a row in the run for Rainbow Ride and stuff. You know what I mean? It's like crazy shit. I think a lot of it is I feel super frustrated as a Link to the Past player because it's like I love other Zelda games, but we don't have anything that rivals Link to the Past. You know, there's nothing that even comes close to the dashing mechanics, to the. It's just like the Super Nintendo was just this golden age of retro game mechanics that were delicious and fun and ridiculously addictive when you get good at them, or even when you get decent at them, they're still fun. You know, like hammer dashing and Link of the Past and going through a pot, you feel like a fucking badass. You know what I mean? You feel like your swag is level is through the roof. Especially if you can like do this shit on command, you know, or on a special controller that isn't the normal controller and stuff like that. You just feel swaggy. It feels. I don't care what anyone says. It feels swaggy. You could call Link of the Past mechanically easy all you want, but it's not. And when you do swaggy shit, it's straight up swaggy. You know what I mean? Even though you're playing a video game, you literally feel like a boss. Um, and it's just like I'm not saying that there isn't some of that in games like Link's Awakening and Minish Cap. I'm just saying those games are never going to be what Link to the Past is. They're not even close to as good when it comes to mechanics and it comes to speed running and it comes to in general like you could take Link to the Past and Nintendo could make a modern day like action RPG with more RPG elements that are and it plays just like old Link to the Past and it has like sprite art that's upgraded with cool lighting effects and people would love the shit out of it. They're just afraid to do something like that because they're weird. But anyways, I definitely still want to find a way to make some really good ROM hacks because it doesn't seem like ROM hacks, as long as you're not making money off it, it doesn't seem like they get shut down. So I'm not afraid of putting in a bunch of time and trying to make a ROM hack. And I mean, if you did all that, you're probably one step closer to like designing a game like Ocean's Heart, where you're basically designing your own Zelda game, you know. So, anyways, I talked you guys' ear off. Much love to you guys. We're gonna chill out, check out some speed runs, and watch some videos here quick. And then, geez, he gets a lot of viewers for not doing runs. It's crazy. I guess he's doing some stuff. I feel bad for people like ACM because it's like they used to put so much passion into Link to the Past, and now you don't see him play it for years. It feels you feel kind of sad, you know. I should really get into Donkey Kong Country. You know, I'm hesitant, even though I probably have a lot of fun doing casual speedruns of that game. Something where I don't feel like I have to get super close to the world record. You know, that's how I feel with Link to the Past. Like I feel like I'm pressured to get close to the world record because there's so many people who have done it now, and it's like, you know, why? Doesn't matter. I'm not a better person for, you know what I mean? Whatever. And yeah, that's pretty much the commentary portion of this video. Got our new PB uploaded on the YouTube channel. Feels good. And I'm excited to beat my old PB. That's my next goal. I know it's not going to be easy to get that next 7 minutes off of my time or whatever, but it's going to be fun. If I can beat my old self on this more difficult controller, that'll be a win for me. And then the next big win is getting that goal time after that. It's already getting hard. Like I can already tell like why I quit back then. But nowadays I have some advantages, better tutorials and new routes and stuff. So it's like if I use all these stuff and I look at the world record and I really take in all the best information, it shouldn't be that hard for me to get the time I want. Shouldn't, kill me to do it. I just gotta stick with it and believe. So, anyways, that's a little bit about speedrunning and my channel and gaming and life in general and all the blah blah blah. I'll catch you guys down the road with some more stuff. I'm gonna be super busy. Like, there's literally gonna be like 5 to 10 hours a day of Link to the Past videos getting recorded. So, and I don't even maybe even more when I reach my peak and I'm peaking out on my runs. I don't know exactly where that's going to be at 130, at 131, at 129, at 128, 127. I don't know. We'll see what makes sense on the box and what's actually feels worth my time, I guess. But it's going to be kind of crazy when we get there. I know I'm going to be raging for a bit because the runs are going to be so fucking hard and I'm going to be losing good ones and shit, but it's going to be exciting after I get it and some of the sadness of the run being, like when you're looking back and you're like, I'm glad I did that. Even though it made me sad because I finished up playing one of my favorite games and I'm not really going to do it much more and stuff like that. I don't know. Just completing something with no fear, I guess, is what I'm trying to describe. Like, no fear of loss, no fear of pain. Just completing something I always wanted to do when I was younger. I feel like there's solace in that. There's peace in that. Like it's a little scary and it's heartbreaking at times, and it's hard and it's fun and it's exciting all at the same time. But also it's like at the same time you got to be ready for that to pass by you at some point, right? Like if I want to keep the ball rolling and I want to speedrun Super Metroid and I want to do this stuff with ROM hacking, that's just how it is, right? And I think the more you can accept that, the more you can actually invest, right? Because if I don't accept those truths, there's no way I'm going to try to get a 126 in the game. You know what I mean? If I can't accept those truths, I'm going to quit when I get a 131. I'm going to get that 131 and I'm going to be like, this is too hard and I'm going to be done playing it eventually. So I'm just going to stop now. You know what I mean? That's literally what would happen. I guarantee you people do that all the time with stuff, not just speedrunning. They do it with relationships, they do it with jobs, they do it with school, all sorts of things. Other games that they play, professional players do it to the games they play. I'm not saying you got to stick at things forever, but there's no shame in sticking around even after some of the free fun is gone. Sometimes you got to earn that fun. Difference between getting like a 139 like I got, that was pretty free and fun, and going for this new goal time is going to be, it's going to be fun. Like I could tell you when I hit that goal time, it's going to be fucking hype grabbing that Triforce, you know what I mean? At the same time, the work to get there is going to be tough and I'm going to have to stick with it, and you can use, that's the cool thing about life. You can use almost any challenge to grow as a person, whether it's learning to lift weights or it's learning to do yoga or it's learning to get through heartbreak or it's learning this or that, this a speed run for a video game, how to play an instrument. You can literally use anything, even stuff people insult and say that isn't good for you. You can literally use like anything. Quitting alcohol. You can use like anything as a great experience for yourself, you know what I mean? Anyways, so much love to you guys. This has been going on for too long. And we're gonna get learning here. I'm gonna chill out for a little bit, and then you'll see if you want to fast forward, you'll see me learning some of the game for a little while. This isn't gonna be like a big video on learning. This is mostly for the commentary, but I do want to get started while I got the energy and everything. So yeah, that's pretty much my spiel. And have a good 2023, guys. I'm not gonna be doing that many commentaries until I feel like it again. And yeah, much love.
Of the case. Or at least that's the goal. I'm not entirely sure it's going to play out that way. Stripped down a bit, we've got our cooler removed as well as our graphics card, and I am seeing a fair degree of surface level dust, but it should not be blown out of proportion, my friends. This kind of dust here, I mean, this is nothing. I mean, compared to what we usually clean in our PCDC playlist, this is nothing to gawk at all. This is not going to change thermals by any measurable amount. I would wager that we probably won't even see a 1 degree Celsius delta between the clean rig, quote unquote, and the dirty one that you're seeing here, if you even want to call this dirty. The only time dust will really affect thermals to a significant amount, to a measurable amount, I should say, is when it's affecting airflow. Typically, if you have a lot of dust buildup in, say, a front intake filter, that could affect the amount of air moving into the case, which then, in turn, affects the amount of air leaving the case, and a lot of that air leaving the case is hotter, so if it can't leave the case, your components just heat up as a result of all that buildup there. There's not enough circulation, and dust can certainly affect that, but it needs to be extreme. It needs to be a lot of dust for it to make a meaningful impact. The situation that we're in here, where this case is surrounded on all of its sides except for one by wood panels, is a bit similar to that, except replace dust with the wood, and you've got an issue, right? Getting that air in and then getting it out as well. So I'm hoping, again, just by downsizing the cooler, keeping our CPU undervolted, that we'll be able to fix the graphics card overheating issue, and we won't have to worry about coolant overheating as well, because we don't have an AIO anymore. Kind of taking the easy way out. But for long-term stability, which I'm more concerned about in the downstairs living room, this is, I think, our best bet. Now, before I go ham with this electric duster here, which we're going to use to blast all that loose dust in that case, I do want to crank up our air purifier here. This one from Levoit is pretty darn clutch. I'm going to crank it up to the max so that it can help suck up all the dust that's going to float around in this office. Are you ready for a time lapse? I love time lapses. Unfortunately, this one's only going to be like 5 or 6 seconds long, but it's something. See, I told you it'd be quick. Oh, and one more thing about cleaning. You're gonna wanna have a decent vacuum cleaner if you're blowing dust all around your office. I know that's a sin. Again, I should be taking it outside, but we've got Levoit to the rescue with the vacuums as well, and the one I've been using is super dang sweet. This is the Vortex IQ40, and it has a ton of sucking power. You know it's serious when it literally pulls up the carpet segment. So you can have thermal paste off and thermal paste. Check out the Levoit Vortex IQ lineup by clicking their sponsor link below. Now we'll clean this thermal paste off, and we'll get things prepped for our new cooler installation, the Noctua NH L9A, which I've used many times. This thing is not only super tiny, but also packs a heck of a punch. Does this make a lot of sense for a 5800X rig? Absolutely not. You'd ideally want something a bit more powerful, but I'm willing to work within the constraints of the location of the rig, and also the fact that I am undervolting the CPU already to sort of kind of compensate for that. This will run fairly quiet, I expect, given the undervolting that I'm doing and the resulting frequency from that. But I'm also going to pair this with 2 intake fans from NZXT. So I've got 2 F140Ps here. They are white. They don't need to be white, but they're white to match the externals of the case. And these 2 are going to be set to intake. I'm going to mount them on the bracket where the radiator originally was. And I think this is going to provide a lot more fresh air, unimpeded. We're not going to have that radiator there to sort of break up the air. And it's not going to be super warm by the time it hits the CPU or the graphics card or the motherboard. Obviously, the cooler will be dumping heat out of it, but I think having a lot more fresh air coming in is going to help as well. We'll get some thermal paste to top the CPU. Don't worry, I'm showing this because, well, some of you don't think it actually happens if it's not on camera. So there you go. Wow, you know, I just realized I tried tightening this thing down without the backplate. I was wondering why it didn't feel right. I don't know why I did that. I don't think I've ever done that before with AM4. There we go. This thing will do. Just provides a bit more of a buffer. And now we can drop the screws back in. Also remember to cross tighten to ensure that the thermal paste has spread correctly across the IHS. Now we're just gonna wiggle in these two case fans. Again, these are 140s. They are static pressure fans, so I think this is gonna benefit us in this particular situation. I'm trying to get the cables and everything all just perfectly lined up. This thing's getting snagged. Come on, something like this. This is the stuff you guys don't usually see. We don't want to show this on YouTube because it makes us look like nubs. Problem is I am a nub, so I'd just be lying to you if I didn't show this. We've got the cables cleanly routed, or, well, as cleanly as I reasonably could get them. And now, you can see from that angle, we have a lot more space to work with here, a lot more breathing room for our CPU. Yes, the cooler has shrunk tremendously, but I think this will help. I might be totally wrong here. I just have a good feeling about this setup. It's a lot less crammed. Obviously, we don't have our graphics card installed yet. That will take up this entire front section. But these fans pulling in unhindered fresh air straight into the CPU here, low profile cooler, looks a lot more healthy with the door closed. And as for our graphics card, minus my fingerprints, this thing actually looks pretty darn clean despite having the dust filter in front of these fans removed for several months of fairly heavy use downstairs. So pretty impressive there. The only thing I won't do that I could to help improve temps a bit more, despite this being a new card, is repasting. It's possible that repasting, replacing the factory stuff, could lower temps a bit. We could also try undervolting the card, but we'll cross those bridges when we come to them, if we come to them. So back in you go, along with this super snug fit, and installation's gonna look a little cringy because, yeah, everything is just so tight.
Hi, how are you? How are you doing over there, little guy? JK. Watch JRP. He's the best Game Boy Advance Metroid runner that ever existed. Almost.
This game is sucking. Get up.
I should just look at this Donkey Kong Country speedrun for like a second. I might like it. What does this look like? That guy just die like right away? Shit, I shouldn't I haven't played this one yet. God damn it. Why are they all pink? Is that because she's a girl? Damn, this looks fun. Oh, am I not following this guy? Get a follow, bro. And then I click off the stream. I can't be everywhere at once, man. Like, look at all these fucking videos I have to watch. 25 minutes. 40 minutes. 31 minutes. 40 minutes. 11 minutes. And this would be one if you really wanted to watch it, you would probably like sit there and mimic what he's doing and rewatch it like for an hour, basically repeating what he's doing.
Missed the jump. Okay, we're losing.
If you really wanted to soak this one up, I would bet. I'm hoping I could be like the best box player on the game. At least then I have something to brag about, you know what I mean? Like obviously I'm not gonna be the best in the world. I'd like to think I could be, but those top couple of players are crazy, though. I hope somebody thinks about me like that when it comes to Halo, because those top Link of the Past runners are fucking insane. Like, it's not even just that they're insanely good at the game. It's the fact that they're insanely good at the game and they can still, like, hover and shit, too. They're not just, like, some random, like, TAS tasser person. They're literally, like, gods at the game, and they know the hardest glitch that almost nobody else can do. Like... That's why it's like, if you compare yourselves to them, you're just never going to be happy. It's stupid. That doesn't mean you're not great. That's what I'm going to say for the rest of my life. It doesn't mean you're not a great player just because you don't have the world record, right? let them do their thing, you do your thing, you know? It's like you can play Halo 3 with me, you don't gotta feel bad because I'm always gonna carry you and always gonna be the best, you know what I mean? And I know there's people that do that. They play a couple games with me and then they're like sick of it because they're like sick of getting carried by me and shit. And it's like, I don't mind. And I actually, you know, it's like they want their end results too quickly and they don't want to just sit there and play those matches where they learn from me and learn how to have a teammate who's better than you, you know? That's something I had to learn a long time ago. Before I became one of the best in the world. There's a few times I did have a teammate that was better than me, and I had to learn how to accept that, you know what I mean? I think that some of those days were what helped push me to become one of the best in the world. To the point where I don't really play with anyone who's even near my level, so it's like... It's weird. I don't even know what those people do, you know? I don't know if they're playing with each other, if they're quit the game, or what. I know some of them play with each other, like assholes.
Every time you miss that wall jump, you get hit twice.
Whenever I watch these games, I just realize how much I like, no offense to him, like, I think I love this dude. I think I love this dude, I don't know why I said that. But I just feel like disappointed by these Game Boy Advance games the more I look at them closely. You know, a lot of them don't hold up. Like Final Fantasy Tactics Advance might not even hold up anymore. I don't even know. This game does, like, outside of the speedrun, like, the speedrun in these games is cool. But outside of that, it's like, these games don't really hold up anymore, in my opinion. The screen's too small, the level designs are too simple, the mechanics are dumbed down from even the Super Nintendo era, like, which they, rightfully back then, they had to be. They were on the Game Boy Advance. To me, they don't hold up. Like, Super Metroid holds up, like, if you never played Super Metroid before and you're somewhat a fan of Metroidvanias, like Super Metroid should be fun to do, you know what I mean? I can't say that about these games. That's gonna be up to you. Are you super nostalgic for Game Boy Advance Metroidvania style games? Then they'll probably be fun, but otherwise, probably not. You know what I mean? Can't really say. I think it's one thing that's sad about speedrunning that I wanted to mention quick was that when you find something you love, you don't realize how it makes you feel like, damn, there's not that many other things that I'm going to be able to get into so easily or fall in love with so easily. You know what I mean? Like, when I first got into speedrunning, I was like, shit, this is... Back in the Link to the Past days in 2013, it was like... I think I had watched, like, Ocarina of Time speedruns before that, and that was mostly all I did. Watched Giano play Majora's Mask, and then watched him play Link to the Past a little bit. And then he, like, stopped speedrunning, basically. He played some Mega Man and stopped after that. Watched him play Super Mario 64 as well, I think. Watched Cosmo play Ocarina of Time, and I think that's what he used to play back then. Watched him play some Melee against Sigelmech and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, you get into this speedrunning scene and you're like, damn, there's so many games. I can't believe that people do this shit. Like, and that's all crazy and fun a lot of it is, and how challenging a lot of it is. And then as you go along, as the years have passed, you realize, like, damn, there's like not that many, like, new games don't have the same kind of glitches that these old games have that are sick and they like make the game fun, you know. Like, new games don't have double shotting on Halo 2. New games don't have BXR. New games don't have Mach Ball from Super Metroid, you know. New games don't have item dashing like Link to the Past. You know what I mean? It's just like these weird things that like the God, I don't know, I know it sounds cringe, but God planted in the universe, you know? It's like these weird little things about the past games. It's weird to me that there's like no developers that implement these things and make them, because they are mechanics of the old games. They literally are repeatable in their mechanics, you know what I mean? I'm not saying they were all intentional, it's just item dashing in Link to the Past is one of the funnest things I've ever done in my life, you know what I mean? And all it is pressing 2 buttons at the same time. I mean, it's just weird to me that no games take advantage of any of this shit. They've like dumbed down game design, and it's become like such a money game that nobody does this shit, you know what I mean? And once you realize that, after having fallen in love with some of these speedrun games, you start to get afraid, and it's like, shit, well, I have to stick to this one for the rest of my life, you know? Or it feels like, damn, I have to become a fucking game developer and design my own game if I want to play something that I want to play, you know? Like, I'm already upset that, like, a game like Ocean's Heart doesn't have a sequel on the way, or we haven't even heard about it. Because I loved that game. I thought there was more potential for more, and it's just, there's nothing, you know? How old is this game now? I don't know. See, it's not even that old. It's like 2 years old, but I'm already like... feel like I wish there was more, you know? In the great pantheon of top-down 2D Zelda alikes, there's not really that many. No offense to that reviewer, it's just... there's really not that many good ones, and this is one of the few good ones.
That means Zelda's been lying.
I mean, what else is there? Like, Death's Door is cool, but that's not a Zelda game. You know? There's like Ocean's Heart, Blossom Tales, and that's about it. Like, there's a couple other ones, like Legends of Tiandol and some other, but they're just like very indie and they're rough around the edges. Not that they're bad games. Hatchwell, they're fun little gems, you know? They're just... Are they as good as Link to the Past? No. Are they as good as Ocean's Heart? Probably not. They're a little closer to that game. You know what I mean? There's really not that many games in this genre. And that's why I'm trying to make it like a mission in my life to make more of these games. Because I love Link to the Past. As a kid, I always wanted to see more from it. And that's all there is to it. We never got that shit, so the only thing I can do is like... I just feel wrong unless I devote some of my life to this, you know what I mean? I feel like I'm doing people a disservice. Like, there was potential for more games out there that made people happy about their childhood nostalgia, like Link to the Past. And if it doesn't happen and it's my fault, that sucks, you know what I mean? I gotta overcome that truth somehow. I have to overcome that fear. I have to overcome that reality, you know? Anyways, that's how I feel. And I'm sure that's how other people who, like the guy who made Parallel Worlds, for example, and stuff like that. I'm sure they feel like that too. It's just sad that the guy who made Parallel Worlds, like, started making another Zelda hack and then, like, switched it to this weird, like, Undertale sort of game. I don't even know what it's like it's still kind of like a Zelda hack, but it's like, it's really weird, everyone said. It's just sad because Parallel Worlds was like our only hope for somebody to like be a Link to the Past developer, you know what I mean? Not that other people haven't contributed, you know. I'm sure I'm going to be happy when I'm playing Goddess of Wisdom or Seekers of the Past or something, but Sure, it's gonna be some fun. I just mean, like, we need more, you know what I mean? Like, look at Mario Maker and look at the Mario ROM hacks, and then compare it to, like, Super Metroid and Link to the Past. Those games, like, get no support compared, in my opinion. Like, we got the great randomizer community, and those guys are awesome. I love that they're keeping this game alive. It really means a lot, and I mean that. But at the same time, that's not, like,
To this run just yet, by the way.
new content. It's not like they're producing another Parallel Worlds
No, it's
and
too
making
early
a
for that.
ROM hack, or making a randomizer for it as well.
So we still got
Like, you know what I mean? I want to do that for them. I want to do that with them. I want them to teach me how to do that. You see what I'm saying?
Free beams. Oh, look behind.
Not just me, too. Like, other people. People who are better at the shit than me. I want them to go out there and have and feel the motivation to do it and feel inspired, you know? That's pretty much the reason why I'm trying to make so much A Link to the Past content like crazy. Is because, not just because I want a good speedrun time, it's because I really like the community, I really like all the ROM hacks that they do have, I really like the speedruns. I think the game is super fun to play, and it works super good on other controllers, and it's super good at teaching you how to use something like a keyboard or a box controller. It's, you know what I mean? There's just so many things about it that I love. So it's like, relearning the game in itself has been a lot of fun. It's just like so many things. I could go on and on. Anyways, I'm gonna go get another snack. I already had a little one. Gonna go get another snack of some kind, some oats or something, and then I'll get back to learning some Zelda and stuff. I'm just putzing around with the learning, but trust me, like, the next like 5 videos are gonna be long and boring and very in depth. Unless you really like Link to the Past speedrunning, then they might be useful to you. But I'm gonna be looking at like every little detail of every movement on the entire game that I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I'm literally gonna do this, for example, like just to show you guys like what I'm gonna do. I think I need kind of wish
1, 2.
Eddie would have got another world record, because he was minus 22 seconds on his current world record, and I would have liked to seen like what that time looks like, you know. So we do have this. This is basically going to be my Bible. Unfortunately, this isn't his best run, though, so I'm not sure what to do about that.
Anyway, how are we guys doing today? What's up, everyone who just joined the stream? Hope everyone is having a great day so far. Welcome in, everybody. We're playing any percent no major glitches. We're trying to get
Damn, how does he-
world record for this category.
How does he pump like
It's the
that on
current
the
project
D-pad?
that I'm
It's
working
crazy.
on.
He must use some
After this,
crazy
I will
grip or
probably
something.
learn Super Metroid or get back to Majora's Mask or Twilight Princess. We'll see.
Wait, did he say he was learning Super
We do a lot
Metroid
of
back then?
speedrunning here,
Nice.
Some casual stuff. We play games.
At an angle
Casual.
that's not
I don't think he's gonna do it, but that game's hard to do on
Sometimes I do
controller.
just chatting. Sometimes I play guitar. We do a little bit of everything here. We're also currently grinding for partner. We do a little bit. After this, I will probably learn Super Metroid.
He sounds like me, bro. I don't know. I feel cringe because he's like just playing this game at a god tier level, and he's like talking about games that he's never gonna speedrun, and he's saying he's gonna speedrun them. No offense. And I'm doing the same fucking thing, dude.
1,000 subscriber points.
Like, if me and him both actually wanted to speedrun Super Metroid, we'd be doing it, you know what I mean? What we want is another Link to the Past. And that's the thing, you gotta be mature and be able to adapt and change, and it's so hard when you love something that's so niche and so specific, you know what I mean? Anyways, we're gonna basically be going through damn near every screen.
or get back to...
Let me pick up my controller. And like relearning
We'll see.
screen by
We do a
screen
lot
the
of
entire
speedrunning here,
game.
some casual stuff. We play games casually and competitively. Sometimes I do just.
I think we
just
can skip
setting,
these
sometimes
first
play
few.
guitar.
I
We
think
do a
I know
little bit of
everything
here.
from these.
We're also currently grinding for partner. We have a nice, cute little community. If you guys want to join us, !Discord in the chat. Feel free to join us.
The first screen where I
Don't be
need to
shy.
check
If you have
out
any
would be when he
questions,
kills the
ask
blue
me.
guard.
Yada yada yada.
Yep, we do about the same movement here.
Enjoy
so
yourself.
that's good.
Grab a drink. Enjoy the runs.
Yep, diagonal,
Have
up left, and then go in the door as precisely as you can.
NB Insight got a video, Zero Mission speedrun, but it's actually Metroid Prime 2. Interesting.
So he's
I don't
doing
know
a
why
quicker
others-
version and a harder version than what I do. Because his sword actually touches the guard before he spins, so you have to like be more perfect with when you release the spin. And it looks like he moves down a little faster, so it probably saves a couple frames on mine. Let's see if we can even do that once. I'm just kind of giving you guys an example of like how I'm learning the rest of this game before I go on and do it. Alright, I'm gonna be on my controller, so I won't be used to. I'll probably I'll probably make a mistake on this. Oh, come on. What's going on now?
Out of all the runs to do that, it's this one.
Sometimes this fucking controller just
One
decides to
frame
stop
per
working.
spark.
This practice hack is just glitched, man. Oh, I know what I did. My bad. How did I let that happen? Okay, here we go. So first I'll show you guys the method that I remember doing back in the day. Come on. Oh my god, bro.
One.
My brain is not braining today. Jesus Christ. Alright. See if I can even do this shit now. I can never get this in runs, like I always choke. Like that. Oh, I forgot how... I just got lucky and did it like my first few runs, like when I was completely blind on the game, basically. So you get like an 850 roughly. Now let's see if we can do his. This isn't gonna be. See what I mean? His is gonna be way harder. I basically need to relearn like every difficult route in this fucking game. I don't know, how is he doing this? See, he's doing this every time, and I can't even do it once.
I will never understand it. I don't know why people cheat.
Like what?
Interesting. I don't
Slice to
know
the
why
left,
people cheat.
drag down, hit him with the blade, and then spin. See what I mean? Like, it looks like he just does it so easily, but it's so fucking hard, it's crazy. I can't ever even get my sword charged. See what I mean? I might be able to do this on the box a little easier, but still. And I saved all that, and I saved 17 frames. See what I mean? It's harder, it's riskier
One of those shots.
but also doing that probably what makes me better at the easier version. Watch. I'll probably just get this now. See? And I actually did it just as fast as he did, I think. Because I got 833 with his strat. Maybe it's just easier for him, I don't know. Probably go a little bit faster with his, but realistically, you're not saving more than a few frames, so it doesn't matter. Whatever one would be more consistent for you would actually be better. Not messing up the strategy is better than trying to do the slightly faster one by a frame or two and then messing it up. A player like that can sometimes they're just better at the hard stuff, you know? Like they practiced the hard stuff for so long. It's just, but basically that's what I'm doing. Well, and escape doesn't matter that much because I'm only losing like 10 seconds of the world record in this whole split, so. But you get the idea. That's what we're doing for the boss kills, and that's what we're doing for map movement on the overworld on some of the screens where I just like I'm not sure. Here, like we'll watch that now, just like on a screen where I'm not exactly sure how to move. Let me look for one. Right here. I don't know exactly how you move here. Alright, he moves a little more efficiently, a lot more efficiently than I do with that spin speed right there. And he's going to do a risky dash right away, which might get you arrow shot, but it didn't. No,
Anyway,
he's not going up.
reached,
Sometimes I go up
today
just a little bit there to try to make sure I get those bushes, but you don't have
Be on
to.
this partner grind.
You just go straight left.
That'll be really cool to see.
Down. That's about where I go.
like I
He's
said, if
going
you
a
guys
little
can be,
higher
like,
than me.
extra
He dashes
supportive,
through these bushes. Okay.
Leave alert.
See what I mean?
I
Like
would
right there.
appreciate
That little bit right there, where he dashed through those bushes, that probably saves him a whole damn second, because he gets that second dash that goes upwards right after. And like, if I don't do that, I'm losing a whole second that I possibly could have had. It might be a little bit riskier, but I'd rather at least know of all of the advanced strategies, you know. Anyways, that's the type of stuff we're going to go through the entire game and compare a bunch of these best time, or a bunch of these PBs of some of our favorite players and stuff. Anyone who looks interesting, and that's basically the goal for the next while. A little better than I used to do now that I watched him, you know. And I'll probably clink a sword with this asshole. See, his dashes are riskier than what I'm used to. Then again, when I try to do my little safe strat, then I get fucked by bad RNG. So I think... Fuck you, I'm just trying to dash, man. I think I go from right here. Is that it? Okay. So there's like a visual indicator, and that would be basically a perfect dash right there that he would look for. We got that first try, and we zip up. That input right there is actually really hard if you haven't practiced it on controller yet. So anyways, we're just gonna go through, polish up my run the best I can, because I'm gonna need all of that to get to my goal time, basically. I didn't realize how fast a 139 actually was. Now that I got a 139, it's just like, damn. Cutting off another 10 minutes is going to be kind of hard. Here's my run. It's pretty solid overall, but there's definitely some chunks in there that, like Ice Palace one, there's like something slow about that shit. Like every split felt like I just wanted a little bit more out of it and I couldn't get it, basically. The Ganon fight went pretty good for being my first like completed Ganon fight with a tempered sword. No fairies. I started to see how it was. This room went horrible. Lost like 10 seconds in that room. Oh yeah, I think I got trolled by one of these rock guys in this run too. Lost another 10 seconds there.
one time I do that, I get the good pet.
Can't remember exactly.
Literally the best pet you can get.
Yeah, it happens in a second, I think.
Warning, no entry without authorization. Warning, entry without authorization.
Jeez, I can't get to the time. Yeah, right here. Oh, and that fucking turtle boss. I almost died on like so many bosses, I feel like.
You bastard, as if. You.
I don't even know the mic was on the whole time I was playing the game.
As if they're tinked. Come on.
So we didn't get our -7 minutes that we wanted, but that was still pretty fun. Some of the botched shit in Dark World, pretty much.
They're tinked.
And a little bit of Light World. I'm not sure exactly. Oh, I can't remember exactly what was really bad about Light World. I feel like it was mostly just the boss fights being slow. Because I refused to learn them.
Warning, no entry without authorization.
What the?
I also probably should do land mullas on the controller, just because I feel like it's easier to hit arrow shots on there. Because of the D-pad. But I'm not sure what will happen with that. Unless I can get better on the box, I might have to switch that to controller. It's actually really fun, like, using 2 different controllers for the same speedrun. In the same run. I know some people might call it cheating. I don't really give a fuck. It's actually hard because I'm like swapping a controller in the middle of a timed run, so it's not easy.
60 seconds.
And yeah, I don't know. It's just it feels fun to have just like to be the run is mainly on the box, right? But just a little part of it, kind of like sentimental. I get to use the controller. It's a piece of my past, I guess. You know. Still gets to be part of the run, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, that's some of the stuff I wanted to add to the video. I had a really good time doing this run. I'm glad I did it. I was feeling like kind of burnt out. Like maybe I should wait a bit. But then I ended up doing it and it was fun. And luckily it worked out for me. Oh, my little training paid off. My goal was basically to be good enough to just do the tempered sword route, or do Turtle Rock and Ganon in practice without magic powder, and then if I put magic powder in my run, then it should theoretically, because I was able to do it without magic powder, then and then it actually worked out that way. Just being able to remember how to do the speed run one time without dying at the end and without having a safety was enough to make it seem very doable with magic powder, is what I'm trying to say. I can't talk up magic powder enough, You can get a pretty damn good time if you pick up magic powder. And even the red tunic. Because those 2 things basically make it much more possible for you to finish Ganon and Ganon's Tower. Which is the hardest part of the run. Yeah, there's definitely some parts that are hard, but nothing that's like so long and consistently hard, Like Eastern, the only thing hard about Eastern is the damage boost. And like shooting the Cyclopses with arrows, that's about it. And but they're really hard and they can really fuck your run, right? But at Ganon's Tower, it's like you can get fucked in any room from a mistake and shit.
Oh, what was that?
That's why, to me, that should be if you really want to start speedrunning the game more than a casual level, then you should probably take Ganon's. You should take Misery Mire, Cold Stare, Ganon's Tower, and Turtle Rock as like those should be your biggest splits in my opinion. Because if you can get really good at those, then the rest of the game just gets so easy compared to those.
Which means I lost an additional.
Like you still gotta really grind things like bomb jumps and stuff, because those can completely fuck a good run if you miss them even once. But again, those are just like little moments, whereas all of Turtle Rock and Ganon's Tower and all that shit, especially without safeties, is like very, very intense.
Get in there.
One hit, and it's crazy. And people don't give players of this game enough credit, I don't think. They're basically playing like crazy high level shit. And people be like, well, they know what's going on in that screen, but yeah, you never did it yourself, and it's actually really fucking hard. If it wasn't really hard, there wouldn't be only one guy who's the best in the world, you know? If it was as easy as some of these people want to act like it is,
Dropping space from.
they would have good times, and they don't even run the game, you know? Anyway, there's not a bunch of people against Link to the Past, but I have seen some things, and some people, even like good runners of the game, talking about it, and I'm just like, I don't know what you're talking about, dude. This game is challenging, it's rewarding, it's fun as fuck. And then you like fast forward to me with a 129 PB on the screen, and I'm like, I fucking hate this game, I'm sick of resetting. The blue balls are in my fucking brain, I'm sick of this world. You know, I'm just kidding, but that's probably what it's gonna be like. Here's this dude at 139 is his time, feeling optimistic about the world, and here's him with a 129 feeling like he's dead. Anyways, I'm gonna putz around a little bit more and learn a couple screens that I feel like I should learn. I really want to start implementing all the advanced shit now, like the new rupee route. I don't even know how much time that saves if you're not good at it. Probably saves like
Nearly
a few seconds tops, I would guess. Tops too.
I lose
Like,
that much time missing the doubles.
but maybe you can optimize it as you like learn to pick up certain specific rupee drops from popos and stuff, or I think that's what they're
When
called.
Ridley died, it was too low.
Anyways, that'll be fun. It'll be frustrating because I know what's going to happen. My runs are going to get killed by fucking up in the forest. But I mean, if I'm really going for this goal time, it's like, I got to be willing to let some 130 paces die, you know. I'm on pace for a 130-ish something. And it dies to the rupee route, whatever, you know. I can't get so attached to one run that's beating my current PB, you know what I mean? I'm so sick of that attitude. That's basically what I tried to kill in the last few days of myself, is like that attitude where it's just like, well, if it's not beating my PB, then I might as well quit the game, quit the run, never try again, never have fun, you know what I mean? I hate that attitude. Because it just ruins all the good vibes, like I was talking about earlier, where you get all these like intense feelings when you're in the run. You're like nervous as fuck, and you're about to break down, and you know you're gonna fuck up if you don't hold it together, and you gotta breathe. And it's like exciting, and you're like down by like 5 minutes, and you're trying to like gain more time and not lose it, and you get all it's fucking crazy, you know.
Alright, run.
People, you don't understand unless you do it. You really don't. Even if you like watching speedruns, you don't understand unless you do it. I've been watching them since they basically began on the internet, you know. Anyways, that's just some more stuff I was thinking about related to speedrunning in the game. I really felt like I was gonna get like a 137 this run. That's why I'm not disappointed by the improvement or anything. Like, that's great. It felt like it was a 137 run, so like I don't know, I can't exactly remember like where I fucked up, you know what I mean? I know I probably lost a good 20 seconds I could have got here at Dark Palace. I didn't get good blue ball luck, so that was probably a little bit. Light World was just average, so there's probably small time saves on everywhere there. Skullwood, something must have went wrong here. Oh, like a super slow moth fight and something else. Still, it's hard to see why, you know, why did it feel like I was going to come in at a 137 and I didn't? It's hard, I can't really tell, like, what's stopping me from getting that. Is this bad? No. I saved time there. I don't know. Guess I just gotta play better everywhere, man. I thought I was gonna have like a 130 sum of best segments by now, but I don't know like where all that I'm missing all that time. Like yeah, I'm missing about like a 40-second gold on thieves, but that doesn't explain the rest of the time. Like once I do thieves well without magic powder, then I'll have a big gold there, I think. I'm not sure about that. But my golds are actually kind of cheating because there's like a gold sword gold for the Ganon fight. So there's like a little bit of a gold there that I shouldn't have, right? So it's weird to me that my time isn't better. I don't know. I just thought when I would get a run like this, I would have like a 130 sum of best. Controller is definitely OP though, because back in the day I wasn't even that good, and I had a 126 on the best, and it probably could have got it quite a bit lower in the next month or two if I stuck with it just a month or two longer. I was like on the verge of grabbing like a 128 or something as a PB back then, which was pretty good back then. Or better than pretty good, it was great back then. Anyways, just some stuff I was thinking about. We'll see. Well, I don't know. I'm actually really excited to see like where I'm going to save some of this time. I guess I should probably think about it like this. Like I'm probably saving like 15 seconds on Ice Armos once I learn the quick kill. I'm probably saving like 15-30 seconds on the first Armos when I get the nice quick kill. I'm saving time on Landmalas when I figure out how to do them.
Stupid. Right at the end.
Blind I could save a couple seconds if I just learned exactly how to do that fight. Or the optimal way to do it. I'm just improvising every time I do it.
At the end.
Vitreous, I feel like I'm pretty good at that fight now. Once you learn how to spin most of the eyeballs, like, you learn how to not get damaged too much in mire, like, you can... That fight's not that bad.
Yeah, it was not a bad attempt.
Unless you do those two things, though, the fight feels impossible, because it's just a bunch of eyeballs flying at you, and you can't slice them all away fast enough. It actually is pretty much impossible unless you do the right thing.
Really slow idle didn't help.
Or impossible to do. Like, you can't guarantee. I don't care. Even a perfect player can't guarantee that they're going to get a fast kill on Vitreous if they don't have any hearts and they're almost out of arrows. There's no way, you know what I mean? Like, there's no guarantee that eyeball might hit you, the lightning might hit you. You might accidentally kill yourself trying to go to use your last 3 hearts and to spin some of them, you know what I mean? Doesn't matter how good you are at the game. If you're down bad enough, the game will get you, you know?
Lent me a hand.
Anyways. It'll be exciting to see where some of the big golds are left, because I'm sure we're going to get sub like 131 golds really soon, like after I do those initial training sessions of redoing my route and everything, and relearning movements and stuff that I don't exactly ever knew, or I don't even know if I ever knew the exact optimal movement. Basically, Eddie has most of it, and WQ does too, so it's like, I just gotta learn from them. Yeah, it's gonna be really interesting. I know Ganon's Tower will be a big split that'll be fun to optimize.
Summer best.
I'm always gonna like be sad that I can't hover Troll Dorm, because that's like something I wish I could do, but I don't really know how that's gonna work out, or if that's ever gonna be possible on emulator.
So the late game at the last split of my PB is the best segment.
And realistically, I guess,
Almost no mistakes.
even if I was 2 minutes less in Light World, that still wouldn't be a good Light World by world record standards. So I mean,
Zigzag, got the
and not even really that close. So I mean,
text match. Pretty much.
there's a lot of free time in the early game that I'm just like not realizing yet, I guess. That's probably like basically the 2 minutes I was feeling like I should have been ahead on. I was better at early game back in the day because I played on controller and because I did more runs, so I was always resetting early, I think. And I got pretty good at, like, I could do the quick kill on Armos like every time, and I could kill Landmalas pretty fast. So that those two things probably made a big difference. That's like a whole minute there. If you don't know those two things.
next
And
round
then the
is
rest of it is
Zelda.
just everything. And then that rupee route, once I get decent at it, should save me a couple seconds for free almost. As long as I can just get through that Lost Woods being hard. That Lost Woods, to go through that full speed is the most nerve-wracking thing ever. You don't know if a guard is going to come out of a bush and kill your run because you got freaked out by him. Or if you're going to miss time a dash and a bird's going to hit you and the whole run's fucked. Like, that shit is crazy. And I'm basically at the point where if I fuck up the rupee route, then I might as well just reset. Because it would be better just to have a worse run with a rupee route that worked, you know? Like, I actually had a better run than this going, but now I'm happy that this one PB'd because it's got some more slop in it that I can... This one will be fun to run against for a while, you know? Like, even after I PB, I'll probably still run against this one just because...
Can I ask you something before you
It's
go?
not the worst run, it's not the best run, it's like a fun run to run against. Where I'm probably not going to be able to easily beat every split, but there's going to be some splits that are free to beat, you know? I don't think it's smart to run against your PB unless you're trying to be a crazy world record holder and you're devoting your whole life to it. I don't think it's...
Yeah, jamming helps
As a casual runner with a decent time, I don't think it's good to just always run against your PB, you know? Maybe if you're taking like 1 week really serious and then maybe the next week you're just chilling, that would be okay, but just like always running against your PBs seems like a bad idea. Unless you handle it perfectly, better than anyone else, and you always do a lot of no reset runs and you just don't get mad, sure. But most people aren't like that, you know. Anyways, it's just fun looking at your new PBs. I know this time isn't great, but it's exciting. Like knowing that I did this on the box and everything. And I think I just did this like... I didn't like prep for this, you know what I mean? There was no 2-hour practice session. Like I just did it by improving my skill over the last couple weeks. Over the last week, I should say. I actually went into this run cold. And somehow like for example, when you get into the grind, like even though I could kill my Hera runs every time I could kill my runs every time I get a Tower of Hera trying to do the fucking boom dash in the tile room. Even though like I've done it before and I've basically killed the run already and you know, just lost too many hearts, so I'm like fucked. It's still fun going for it because guess what? In this run, even though I haven't felt good on that boom dash, I did the boom dash in one try, and you know what I mean? And now I have a PB that has a one try boom dash to fight against, you know? Just a couple days ago, I felt like I wasn't going to be able to do it in runs. Now I'm doing it in runs. I've lost some runs to it, but I've done it. I've been able to clutch it out and do it in most runs. You know what I mean? It's cool. It's like how hammer jump was back in the day. Like a lot of us would fail it and shit. And nowadays it's like I almost clutch it out like every single time. I almost hit that last pixel like right before the bomb blows up at the latest, like every time, right? And it's like, I don't even know how I'm doing this. I'm just getting fucking lucky right at the end. You know what I mean? I'm just like trying really hard for a second and it somehow works out right at the end. And again, even on the bomb jump, I'm losing like 20 seconds to all the buffers, you know?
I was thinking of switching to zero mission, but we could do
Or
one
near
if
20
you
seconds.
Really want to, chat.
Probably like 5 to 10, depending on how
Like
on the
11
bomb jump.
PM, and if I play few
So it's like, there's even more skill depth to go through there. I can go learn how to do double bomb jump. I can go learn how to do just the unbuffered normal bomb jump.
Are we playing zero mission, chat?
I can go learn how to do the bomb jump without the sword, where you just set it down and you just walk into it unbuffered or buffered. You know what I mean? Just to learn different versions of it. That might be somewhere in between the difficulty of the double unbuffered and the... You know what I mean? And the normal safe one with the sword. Anyways, there's just so many crazy details to think about and things to practice. Especially when you're going beyond this level that I'm at right now. And nobody really has a precedence for this. Like, there's no prominent keyboard or box players.
Alright, chat.
I'm not saying that no one's ever done it before. I'm just saying, like, you can't... If you look it up, there's no videos on it. There's, like, nobody...
I'm just gonna have a quick break.
advertising themselves as a keyboard or box. So it's not like something that's well covered, I guess. It might be well explored by some person out there, but it's not well covered. So that's kind of what I feel like is a good job for me.
Be right back.
Like that. I have no clue how to do that fence dash at all. Like, I know it's probably hard and, like, pixel perfect and shit, but I don't even know how to do it. So it's like, I just lose 2 seconds there, basically. I don't even know how to do the safe strat right, so I just walk out there because I don't want to lose too much time and I'm making it up in the middle of the run. Stuff like that. Where it's just like, I'm probably losing a whole minute over the course of the whole run to, like, easy shit. You know what I mean? Maybe not a whole minute, but at least like 30 seconds, 45 seconds, I gotta be losing to easy shit. Like, a lot of it after that's gonna be really hard tricks and like very fast boss kills and shit. Hard strats and runes and stuff. I think this went good, yeah. Almost got clipped, and that would have killed the whole run probably. And, like, I don't even know all the backups with, like, powder and, like, bombs. I, like, ran out of bombs in this and got super lucky. I tapped into, like, my deepest knowledge of remembering how to grab a bomb. If you forgot one for grabbing the ice rod. I, like, tapped into my deepest memory of, like, grabbing a bomb out of under a rock, and somehow I did it. Like, this run was so lucky, actually. Oh, that was the one bomb jump I missed the whole run. Actually, I might have missed the normal bomb jump, hammer jump once. I can't remember. As long as I get hammer jump on the second try, I'm still pretty happy with that. Especially on the box. If I was just doing it on the controller, that was a little sloppy, but it was like, at least I got that fairy. I didn't feel like... Sure, I could have got a better time and risked it, but I just wanted a PB at this point. I know it probably would have been more fun if I didn't get good so fast, then I stayed shitty and stayed stuck in the 150s and the 140s, but it also kind of feels good being not complete shit at the game, you know? I fucked this up somehow. I never fucked that up once in practice, and I fuck it up here. Like, what? I haven't got the RNG that I needed. And then there, like, I'm doing like random menus and shit. I've never made that mistake once in practice. Random menuing in the middle of Skullwood's dungeon. No, not once. But you see it in a run all of a sudden. I hear speedrunners talk about that, and now I see why. It's like, the run just makes you fuck up things. Like here. I shouldn't even have... I lost all that time and all that health and almost lost the run because I wanted to have full health. And then I let that happen because I was checking for a bomb. Because I noticed I didn't have any bombs. Like, shit, I almost lost the run because of that. And I had to do this fucking fight so slow because of that. And it would have been fast. Because I could have just kept slicing him and risking everything. Like, look at all this time I'm losing. Time. See, that was all, like, 20 seconds lost extra because I go into a room and I don't know how to kill that skeleton with full health. Or don't know how to kill that mummy with full health yet. I don't even know if you can. See what I mean? It's just, like, shit like that. Because you're, like, never full health there. Especially if you're not grabbing any of the extra safety hearts. And those safety hearts are slow in that dungeon. So they're really good to skip. But it's like, if I just took a hit from one of those worms and wasn't at full health, you know what I mean? I probably would have saved time there. Because I probably would have killed that mummy without the sword beam in full health. And then it's like, I still could have saved it. I just didn't know exactly what would happen if I sliced that mummy, you know what I mean? But then I didn't save it because I should have known that the little Helmosaur mini guy was going to be coming after me. And then I like get hit, clipped by the mummy, lose 2 hearts. Now I'm not full health anymore, and I've lost a bunch of hearts, and I've lost a bunch of time. It's like lucky to fucking come out of that one alive, honestly. It's like shit that like that nerve wracks you, and then the next dungeon, like Ice Palace, and then I go and make a mistake on the boss that I almost would never make. And I probably only made it because Skull Woods was so fucking nerve-wracking, and I'm not even like noticing that, you know what I mean? I'm too into the run, too busy trying to make Ice Palace go well, that I don't even realize that I just got my shit pushed in Skull Woods and I almost died, you know what I mean? It's shit like that that's really gets you when you start thinking about it all. I love how in-depth speedrunning this game is. I feel like it's like the best speedrun game ever. I know some people don't feel the same way about it, but that's what it feels like to me. Like I knew I liked this game as a kid, but I never thought growing up that I would turn into like one of my favorite games of all time, you know.
The flower shop. That's right. Yeah, the flower shop. That's right.
And like even stay that way as an adult as
What's
well.
your favorite flower?
Not just like a memory. Anyways, I'm gonna leave you guys here for a bit, and then I'm gonna come back in a little while, grab a snack, some water, and learn some more screens for fun. And then yeah, just expect a lot of me relearning the whole game for the next week or two, and then you'll see some more big runs. I probably should just do some runs for fun. But I don't know, I'm greedy. I like to get big PBs, so I like to make big jumps. That's just how I am. I bet WQ was like that when he started, and someone like Runner Watcher, they went from like having pretty bad times to having really good times pretty quick, you know what I mean? So I just feel like I kind of want to join that bandwagon for some reason. I also just want to prove to myself that I can be that good on the box. That's the thing, you know. I know I can be that good on the controller.
But have you seen the
Like,
screen reborn? My capture setup is
I probably wouldn't even have to try that hard, and I could get a better time than my old time. But I want to see if I can do it on the box, and that's the thing. That's what's like driving me. Like, if you wonder why, like I care about this so much, it's like for me, it's like playing this game on the box is just hitting like a nostalgia wave. It's like hitting like $1,000,000, I guess. So anyways, that's all the commentary for this video. Catch you guys down the road. Much love, and see you guys in the next one.
Excuse me, Job, can you teach me NMC rep fast? Okay, Valkyrie. First you start the run, and then you go over there to the left, and then you get to Omega Metroid and shoot it. Hopefully, my tutorial has helped you. Alright, the poll has suggested we do a few more runs of Fusion. That's fine by me. But yeah, Reebok, I found that Black Magic headquarters, like where they develop everything, is like a 40-minute drive from where I live. Kind of insane. I might be able to just order directly from them. It would be quicker too. But yeah, the pocket camera seems to fit everything I needed to do. You're belling. Super fancy cam. Oh, the camera I'm using at the moment is a Logitech C920 that I bought in 2014. But it goes to show, like, with adequate lighting and color correction, you can make anything look good. Yeah. Basically, the idea, Reborn, is I want something that I can use for the next 10 years. And I reckon that would fit the bill perfectly. You talk to me, I'm the most ugliest thing alive. I think very highly of myself, don't I? But yeah, good run. Can't believe I tanked it at the end. But yeah, summer best is 110.34. If you're whoever asked before. Hairline. What hairs? My hairline's taking the piss. Hairline reset. I've been using that what's it called? Rogaine or something? It has actually been working because my hairline's just stopped. It's where it's at. I also found that half my family has the same hairline. Not bald, just like the horseshoe. So I should be fine. Hair's impossible. Hey chat, can I ask for like a small tiny donation of $25,000 so I can get a hair transplant? Thanks. Appreciate it. Yeah, cake or cookies? You know what I hear a lot of young people say? I'm not going bald. I'll never go bald. You know what happens? They always go bald. Being bald is not a choice. Well, majority of the time it isn't. As long as I keep using that Rogaine stuff, it should stay where it is. Like, before I started using it, the hairline was scuffed. It was dying pretty hard. But now it's like fully grown back on the top. And the hairline itself here is at full strength. Play upside down. You know what kind of sucks? I can't grow a beard. Imagine being nearly 30 and you can't grow a beard. I seriously cannot. It grows like what's it people call the morning? What's it called where it's thin but thick? Like it's short hair but thick. I want a goatee. Bad. My guild does not approve anti-goatee. I thought you were saying me. My idea was sucky. No, I just clean shave now. Yo. Yo. Cringe. Really? I get like the most epic door time. I need a 2 rolls. Two rolls with ham. Dream Cowboy has the same accent as me. Can you believe it? That's right, me and Dream Cowboy get mistaken as British people. Bubs. That was a... no, that was just shit. That's the only word that describes what I just did. Excuse me. I am a build. Can you plug my Discord, please? Thank you. I keep forgetting to do it every stream. It's like, oh yeah, chat. Join my dumb Discord. There's a whole channel where you just post H. If you're looking for average Discord servers, look no further.
Okay, I'm back. Never mind. We're doing more commentary. Gotta be able to help ourselves, right? Can't be giving up. I'm sick of giving up. I had enough of that. Only way to get 10 minutes better at this point is going to be to relearn this shit from the ground up. From Link's bed. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not learning how to pump, man. I'm not that good. I don't know. That just, to me, 828, that's pretty good. Eddie's strat just looks fucking crazy, dude. I feel like that's gonna happen to me every time. Like, how many thousands of tries would I have to do before I could even do this, like, twice? And that's slower than mine, so he's doing it better or something if it is saving frames. He's doing like some crazy frame perfect crazy shit or something. Frame perfect slash to the left. Frame perfect dangerous super dangerous diagonal movement into the blue guy. Perfect downward movement. Downward left movement afterwards. I don't know. Shit, it's so easy. Like, you want to do it fast, but it's just it's so easy to walk into him, man. I think I'm just gonna do the as safe as possible and go for like an 844 the whole time. And like, I don't even know how to pump. I don't even know how to walk. I'm afraid to like play on controller and find out that I suck on it, you know? I have to retain the mystery of am I good on controller or not? So you never know if I'm playing on controller. So I usually don't tell you. Is he on box? Is he on controller? I don't know. So I've been killing that blue guy as super nerdy safety strats. I kill one of those blue jellyfish in the beginning to try to get a potion out of them because they like to drop potions. It looks like. I love that you can save the icebreaker if you mess it up. It's like you get a second shot. Sometimes. If you didn't fuck it up too bad. That was a commentating menu. Shit. Almost added the good one. Or a good one. It seems very dungeon specific, like, if I haven't practiced this dungeon on controller, I won't be good on controller. But then, like, the bomb jumps, for some reason, my muscle memory just seemed good on them. Like, having to learn them on the box was harder than doing it on the controller, so my mind just says, hey, You're playing on the controller, well, spin speed's gonna feel easy, you know? You're playing on the box, well, it's gonna feel hard. That's what my mind does. Like, that's how it should have went in my run. I don't know what happened with me slicing them. I was pretty good at it on box in practice, and then I can't get the fast one in the run. I almost died at a cold stare. Sitting here practicing Ganon's Tower all day, and then I go and die at a cold stare? Come on. That's fucking pathetic. And I'm doing Ice Palace late in my run. So I have an extra heart, I think. Oh wait, maybe, I don't know. Yeah. I kind of like my run for a few weird reasons. They might not pertain to Eddie, but they pertain to me, you know? It's kind of fun to, like... Misery Mire is already kind of hard for a casual runner, so it's like... Having that earlier in the run is like a little bit more stressful for them, I feel like. I like being a casual runner of this game, and it feels good, like being humbled again, but at the same time, it's like there's a part of me that wants to be super good for some reason. Can never get that guy. How do you get that guy? Flame Rod? Do you have to Flame Rod? Is that what I'm missing? I'm missing something. I'm slicing at that guy, but the Popo's always eating it. And I swear that I never pay close enough attention to what the top runners are doing there. Like, that's a room I really gotta clean up, you know? Do that room better, it's like almost like a free 10 seconds. If you can do... There's probably even like a strat that isn't like insanely hard. That saves like some time too, you know? Yeah, we're gonna overhaul my whole run before I try to get my last big PB here. Even if it doesn't work out that way, it's cool. We're at least gonna go for it, you know? Like if I get a small PB, it's whatever. We're at least gonna attempt, you know? Oh, that was a big choke. I'm not too good at getting out of the menu with the controller yet and buffering an input. I think I'm better at that on the box right now. But then, like, on the controller, doing like the Moth and some other bosses are just so much easier on the controller, it feels like. Like, I haven't even practiced and it was easy. Like, the first fight against the Moth on the controller was... You know what I mean? Felt so easy, and then every fight on the box felt impossible for like the first 11 or some shit. I don't know. It still feels hard on the box. Like, not that I trust anyone beating the Moth. Like the Moth might, you know. That Moth is crazy. Oh, that's a big mistake. Plus 20 seconds. What, like 15 seconds plus right there? I don't know. Maybe more. I think it's good to practice your dungeons without magic powder and then use magic powder, because you could make yourself a pretty solid runner that way. And then in your runs, sometimes it'll feel like the magic powder is like cheating them, you know? Well, maybe it's good to practice with the magic powder too, so you know exactly how to get the fairies fast and stuff. That's what I suck at. That's what I should learn, but I'm so fucking stubborn and stupid sometimes. See, like, that wasn't too bad of a save, right? Like, I know that was completely botched, like... But I could have got hit by easily by a second pair of fireballs trying to go fast, slightly faster or something. Oh, fuck. That's a big mistake. I was trying to set up a hammer dash. Oh, I don't do these on controller anymore, so it's going to take me some practice to get those back. If you've seen, I've been pretty good at them on the box, though. If you watch the latest run, I think I hit most of my, like, hammer dashes and shit. And cane dashes that I know about so far. So I was happy about that. I was starting to feel like the box is actually possible, whereas in the beginning, I kind of felt like I was always going to be, like, trash in the box. This is the most finicky thing ever here. You go too low, you get hit. You go too high, you bonk in the door, you get hit. I was good at it right away because I wanted it. And I hit it like the first 5 times I did it. And I was like, oh, this is easy. And now I'm doing it and I'm making the same old mistakes there. I bet that happens to everyone with that shit. See, like, now I'm fucked. And imagine I didn't have arrows here. Which could easily happen if you're trying to, like, get a way better time than mine. Like a 5 or 10 minutes better time than mine. You probably wouldn't have many arrows because you probably would have already had to... Oh my god! Oh no! No, dude, see what I'm saying? That fight is fucking hard if you don't have the hearts to kill most of the eyes right away. That fight is fucking hard, dude. I don't care what anyone says. If a top player even says, no, man, I know exactly how to do it. I don't care. You don't. You don't. You don't know until you're down bad like me. Come on, down bad Bronson. Yo, I finally killed that fucker. I don't know if that's how the good players do it, but... I'm not one of the good players. 16, that's my best time I ever got in there, probably. And since maybe I had a better time back in the day, I would bet. This training session is like getting exciting now. Oh shit. Getting a little too loosey-goosey with it. It's kind of fun playing on controller after playing on box so much. Controller feels new again, I guess. Like, this is the weird device that I don't use, you know what I mean? It actually feels like that. I never, you know, I was always a controller though. So you don't mind getting hit by the bomb. You just don't want. I think those worms do like 4 damage, man. Squirmy worms. All right, this is fucking hard on controller for me right now. Oh, it's like the slidiest shit ever for me. I just slide around whenever I'm trying to push a block. So you can get fucked by those wizards there. In certain RNGs, it seems like. If you're slow in certain RNG. If you're fast, you're just good. This is hard right here. I think what I do right there is faster than the movement that I seen Eddie do, at least in one of his runs. Moving diagonal down from the teleporter. That's safer though, because there's almost no way you're gonna get hit by the fireball then. But if you go straight down and and you mistime your dash, you're probably gonna get hit by a fireball. So I don't know exactly. Maybe that was just a one-time thing I seen, and he actually does it faster than me. And I don't even know. This dungeon is so hard without magic powder, dude. Even like the quick hop is fucking hard. Fuck you. No, no, no. Oh my god. Could have been a second faster with the dash, but I had to double check that dash. Alright, let's see if we can do the hammer dash. Ooh, big fails. I don't know why people don't, like, if there's so many ROM hackers, why don't more people just make, like, normal hacks that are, like, half or, like, full-length games that are similar to this, that, you know, aren't Kaizo difficulty, they're just, like, set up for, like this, like these games are fun to speedrun, it's almost like they were designed perfectly for it. Oh my god. I don't know how to, I used to know how to dodge that. Like, even if I got hit by the fireball, oh god. Even if I got hit by the fireball, I used to know how to dodge that flame after. I had a movement, but I don't remember it now. Oh god. I feel so slidey on this D-pad. It's gonna take, it feels like it's gonna take like a week or two to adjust to. Week or two I don't got. I'm fighting eyeballs right now, man. No! Don't randomly lightning in my direction. No, dude. Not this again. No, bro. They don't see, they don't let up. They don't, I can't shoot no arrow or nothing, I'm dead. The lightning. The eyeballs. Fuck you. I swear sometimes he takes 7 arrows to kill. I don't know if I'm crazy. Not that time. I think he took 8. Woo! My area is rough, bro.
Wait, great? Really?
I don't care what anyone says. That shit is rough.
How is great? I don't. Great would probably taste your mouth zero. So. Bro, I need to check out this other game.
Oh god. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, where I only play
How do you mess that up that much?
look at the chat.
Literally press every button but the button I should be pressing. I'm gonna menu 7. I'm buffering 7 times to do one thing that should have never been buffered. Like, that's what happens to me in runs. Like, if in practice when I'm like in the zone vibing to music, like I won't do something like that. But then like I'm in runs and I'm like thinking about the route and thinking about my bombs and where I can get bombs, and I'm just like not there for the speed run for a second. It's weird. Gotta use. Ooh, that's a big one. Whoop! No, I trapped myself. No, why did I throw it that way?
No, I think they're done.
I'm just playing with these fucking dogs.
They're done.
Come on, man.
How was 2023?
Oh my god, bro. I need to learn those other strats for that room. There's so many things to learn, bro. I don't know if I should learn Light World, bosses, strats for the fucking Chain Chomp room, backup strats, backup bombs. I should be looking up the bombs that I needed so I wasn't fucked in the last run and I lost a bunch of time looking for bombs. That's probably where I lost that extra 2 minutes. Shit like that. Yo, Rambly must be a fucking goddess at this game or some shit, bro. What the fuck? Doesn't she have like a ridiculous fucking time? Holy shit, bro. Don't mind me, I'm just learning my buttons over here. And now it's your turn, buddy. Then it's your turn. You're perfectly synchronized to butt fuck me. Jesus Christ. I don't think I'm ever gonna get a 127, bro. This game is too fucking hard. These people are nut jobs who are getting these times. They're fucking crazy, bro. Oh, I'm not ACM. I don't hit switches and I'm not that smart. I get turned into a rabbit. And played with by my enemies. Whoa! Did I save time because I turned back into a human there? I wonder what just happened. This game always has these mysteries that I never understand. The best mechanics of any 2D Zelda game ever. And there was only one of them. I'd play a whole 10 games of these. You know what I mean? Like, I want 10 games from Nintendo right now. I'll pay $1,000 to play them. I don't give a fuck. If they're as good as this game, and they're in the same vein as this game, and they're pixel art, 8 out of 10 games are pixel art. Fuck yeah, baby. I'm paying $1,000 to play that shit. I'll fucking buy Nintendo a fucking Tesla. Ship them off to Mars. If they make me those fucking games. I'd speedrun those games for the rest of my life. I don't give a fuck. That sounds amazing.
No, it's not next door.
We are about to get fucked. What's gonna kill us?
Oh, yes.
Laser skip?
I might lose.
Trine hex fail? Trihex fail? Omega low? Ooh! Laser lag. Sounds a lot like laser tag. Woo! Pure luck. We're working on pure luck right now. This fucking Metroid music hits the spot when you're speedrunning this game. They're a match made in heaven. Safety strats, of course. I don't know how to do that fucking poke dash shit that Eddie does that looks fucking swaggy as hell.
Yeah, I
Pisses me off that I don't know how to do that, but...
It's not gonna do much.
No, bro. This ice is so detriment. I'm dead. If he shoots the ice, you might as well just consider yourself dead. I'm dead. Ooh, shouldn't have doubled back. That's what you get for doubling back, boy.
Be powered.
You had that. You just had to not double back. Ooh. Kill him. Ooh, big fail. I don't even know if you can recover this. You can recoup these losses. Better skip that heart like a baller. And now you can see why I desperately need my magic powder. Can't do nothing right. I thought I was just gonna stroll up in here and beat my old PB like it was nothing. That ain't happening, mister. That's what old PB said. I'm here to turn that shit around. Where you at? Where you at? Okay. Oh, no, you didn't. You did not just do that to me, bro. No! Runs over. My goose is cooked. Ooh, and he blocks the doorway. Had to go back around and hope I didn't get tagged. Shit, bro. You want to tell me that shit ain't fucking hard? Especially if you're not grinding out the hardest fucking strat a million fucking times? That shit's fucking hard, bro. Oh, did that wrong. It's basically everything you do, you think you're going fast, but actually you just did something wrong. That's the more I play speedrun games, the more I realize this. You're like, hey, I wall jumped on Super Metroid, Mom. Did you see that? And then Billy Bob Thornton over there with the big PB's like, oh, you did that slow, bro. That was the slow wall jump. You're actually not supposed to do those in runs ever. And you're like, damn, that was the best thing I could ever do in my life. That was the best thing I could muster. And that was slow. That was very slow. I can't wait till I actually man the fuck up and speedrun Super Metroid, bro. That's gonna be sick. No! Just one time, just give me the RNG. Yeah, that's the RNG you want right there, bro. Sneak right past the stupid head RNG. Runs, I bet many a good runs were lost in that room. Tell me that's not true. Swoop, we swoop down into here, and then we swoop down into there. I wish there was more things you had to grab in the dungeon or something for the speed run. Because it'd be fun to explore more of these dungeons. You could even like edit the current dungeons of the game. Oh, got a bunny. That's a bunny up mistake. I know people would just say 100%, but that's not what I mean, you know? And I'd like altered versions of these dungeons. You know? Just like upgraded, even just upgraded for casual and speedrunning all together. So we keep like Ice Palace bomb jumping and icebreakers in there in the dungeons, but there's other rooms and some other cool things to do, new enemies and such. I feel like that would be a fun hack, you know? It's like an upgraded version of the game that's fun to speedrun. Better, more overworld, and it could be maybe like a 2-hour run or something. And there's like some other cool little thing you gotta do, I don't know. New upgrade. Extra rod that you grab or something that you need, like a gravity fucking rod or something, I don't know. You know, just like one big overhaul of this game that looks to make another fun run for us, you know? I feel like that would sell like hotcakes, even though we're not making money, you know what I mean? Like that, people would love that shit. That's what I feel like. If that was made, I'd play the shit out of that. I'd play that for like a 2,000, 3,000 hours, I don't know. That shit sounds sick, you know?
I did it for...
If I can make a ROM hack, that's what I'm gonna try to make, something like that. I don't know the limitations of, you know, what you can make and stuff. Or if there's ways around it and stuff like that. Or what's illegal and what's not illegal, you know? Like... Obviously, I'm not trying to make money off of it, but can I get in trouble just giving away ROM hacks? You know what I mean? Who the fuck knows? I wish Nintendo would just like... I'd pay money to hack their old games, you know what I mean? Just like make us little developers for us for you or something.
It's an Uber.
Like, I want a Zelda Maker 3.0, like a fucking RPG Maker, you know what I mean? And it, like, perfectly replicates a bunch of the old styles of Zelda games, but is, like, more moddable and more expandable than, like, a Mario Maker or something. For the, I want to buy Nintendo products on the PC, you know what I mean? I wonder why they don't sell anything on there. No big games, nothing. No modding stuff for their old retro. It's weird. I feel like there's like a bunch of untapped money there that's just like free for them. It seems weird that they're... I don't know. Companies are so caught up in legal shit they can't even do anything here or something. I don't know. Crazy. Ah! Once this blue guy starts moving, and if you have no hearts, you're dead. That blue guy will dodge everything. You'll hit him right in the face and it won't count. Yeah, some of the stuff on this game just feels easier on controller. Like, for example, tracking those heads sometimes. Like, sometimes on box, that just feels, like, insanely hard for some reason. I know if I just practice things like shooting both of those eyeball cyclopses and stuff, that I would probably get better at those, like, side-to-side movements. I love this hack. You can just go all over the game and do whatever the fuck you want. Oh, gotta do fucking Skull Woods. I'm always putting off Skull Woods practice. Might as well do some more. I feel like after you do Thieves Town and you think that was a little bit of a challenge, but then if you go all the way and learn Skull Woods, and you actually get somewhat decent at it, like I am right now, like you'll go back to Thieves Town and besides a couple troll rooms, that place just feels like a cakewalk. You know what I mean? As long as you don't get super trolled in a couple of the troll rooms. You just have to really know those troll rooms. And be willing to lose runs in them sometimes. Like Hell Away, a couple of those fucking crazy like heart rooms where they just go all over the place and they hit you and you have basically no say sometimes if you're trying to go fast. Might get hit by a horseman or get turned into a bunny on accident. Like there's a lot of little troll things in Thieves, you know. You forget about them. Because I don't practice that split. I don't know why. Like I'm always in Skull Woods. Every time I'm either Skull Woods, Ganon's Tower, or Light World. Skull Woods, Ganon's Tower, Light World. Like that's all I do.
Are you talking about does it reach the end of the screen? It's just as long as
I used to be like faster at grabbing chests and stuff too.
you don't have long reach.
Yeah, I know.
Rump snake.
That's some creepy boy shit, right? Whoa! Sometimes I can't slide into doorways on the D-pad if I'm not hyper focused. Oh, ooh, deserve that one. Now whole run's cooked.
Hey, good news, chat.
It's loose duty right here.
2023. Correct?
It's basically unsavable with my skill level. And even if I had magic powder, it doesn't help in this dungeon. That's why I think Skull Woods is like low-key a super fucking hard dungeon, I feel like. Imagine having to speed run through some of these other rooms too if you like actually had to go in some of them. Oh! That's worth it for... Oh, no. Oh, this is going to take forever. Yes! Give me that. Oh, God. Fuck. Did all that for nothing. Go. Oh, come on, bro. How did that little guy did not look like he was shocking, bro. You can't tell me that little guy looked like he was shocking. And I just created that little guy. You telling me he just shocks instantly, too. Like, Like, I spawned you. Why are you killing me? This is the questions all of our parents ask. Okay, that guy's an idiot and he went low, so this is super easy now. Sometimes that happens. You get a freebie. But when you get a freebie, the worm is trying to troll you. Oh my god. I have to fucking practice this. I think I'm better at that in the box right now. Dude! This is what I resort to every time in this room. I'm just like, I'm killing everyone. I'm taking the 30-second time loss. I'm grabbing the heart. I'm dashing into the wall, bonking, getting grabbed by the hand. Like, that's what that room turns into every single time for me, I swear. I don't know how I ever used to. Oh god! We're just not gonna talk about that one. That's what we call super rust. I wouldn't have made that type of mistake in the box. See if we can get it on this run here. Gotta save that heart there, just in case.
Zelda.
We don't need the heart. We'll take the heart though. Come on, come on, come on. Gotta go fast.
Yeah, time I missed the first double.
You missed this here, bitch. Alright, we're grabbing those chests real quick now. Let's go, baby. And we out the gate. I can't believe I used to fucking YOLO that place and not switch to the mirror there. The hell kind of time was I going for back then? What the fuck? I'm so happy I have my colored links now, though. That's what I wanted back then. I came back at the perfect time. The randomizer community took over this joint, bitches. I still think a heavily edited version of this original game would be the coolest fucking Zelda game of all time. More cool places like a graveyard attached to Skull Woods and like these other like optional mini bosses you could add in, so like you could do extra runs that are pretty much this game but with some extra dungeons and shit. Like that would be so fun, bro.
No.
I would pay fucking fuckloads of money for that. I'd buy that on the Switch, I'd buy that on the PC, I'd grab a second real copy and stick save in a box. You know what I mean? Like the untapped potential of just this 2D game, I feel like, is insane. Almost got snatched by the hand. I almost fucking threw the flame rod at him, man. Dude, I kind of had to miss that timing because I was just ramming into him at a random time. I had no clue when exactly I was supposed to do it, but I was actually doing it at the right time. See, like this on the box is kind of fucking nutty, bro. Oh my god. That shit gets... You can't tell me. Like, if you don't get that quick kill on that guy, that shit turns fucking crazy. You literally need the dash right away. Otherwise the fight... I'm not saying a good player can't fucking execute after that, but damn. If you don't pay attention and do the dash right away, you're just messing around. Oh, I shouldn't have grabbed that heart. I don't even know if I could have avoided it. And that's why I should have grabbed the heart. But we got a perfect statue pull. Yep, really need that heart. That was all my confidence. Might as well give up. Ooh. RNG. Ooh. RNG fairy. RNG hit. Massive time loss. Let's go. World record impossible. If you don't hit this, you're a bitch. Oh, didn't switch the bomb. You're a bitch. He hits his bomb jumps, though, on controller. There's some sort of latent muscle memory. WQ set him alpha. Let's go, baby. If WQ thinks you're alpha, I must be on track to get like a 127 like Rambly and Runner Watcher. Those are the two people I envy the most. Small time 130 chumps like me who turned into big ball of pimps. Ah! At least I didn't fall. I was too lazy to time that. I'm actually getting good at that timing. I was just too lazy to try. But now I'm like, fuck though, so that was actually a massive mistake. Shame on me. We barely made that shit happen. Ah! It's so hard to slice those little guys. You never know if it's like gonna be worth it. It's annoying. Might just miss. Ooh, that was a swaggy. I don't care what you say. That was a kind of a swaggy thingamajigger there. No way I lit that post up real quick. No! Oh, and I would have had it for once on the stupid controller. No! That's what I gave, bro.
Good child.
If it wasn't for the stupid controller and the meddling kids. Oh! And this is like impossible now. This would definitely be run over for anyone. Besides someone who's doing their first run. You literally have to farm the place. Oh my god, I got super lucky though. Let's go. But I don't have enough to kill these bastards, really. Give me some green, boys. Can't knock them off the edge, though. Ooh, he gave us the big one. Let's go. Can we swag it? Let's go. That's so hard to do on controller, like in the middle of a run. Oh, that does kill him. If only I knew. And if only I knew how to exactly do it. Ah! I don't know why I am so lazy in that room. When I was younger, I just did that room perfectly off the beginning. I was like, oh, this room's easy. It's just movement. Now I'm like, la da 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 da. I can't walk. I'm an adult! Like that. Oh! I think I'm just gonna start being a douche and saving up a bunch of magic on this guy. Like, yeah, I might lose 10 seconds, but at least I can basically guarantee I'm gonna finish him, you know? Because then I can just take like 2 risky slices at him. And if that already doesn't lead to a kill, then I can just start flaming him down like a douche. But how do I get the magic is the problem. It's like maybe I should take the extra time and farm those mummies, or grabbing those pots is way too slow. I could light a torch with a lamp. I could light some of the torches with a lamp, and if I moved quickly, it wouldn't be that bad. I don't know if that's worth it all. But I mean, even if you just got like 3 more flame rod shots, you know? Because the way I do it isn't as good as like Eddie or top players, because they don't even kill half of those mummies, right? They probably have a bunch of flame rod shots if they really needed them. Because they're so good at the overall dungeon and the boss as well. I don't know about all that. Well, I'll try it. I'll just start trying to look for more magic pots somehow in those last couple rooms, and I feel like if you don't know what to do sometimes when you're on your speedrun journey, just like practice some fundamentals. You know? I just swap between random fundamentals. I'm probably gonna learn the boss fights next, honestly. The ones that I'm missing. But it doesn't help that I suck at the first two boss fights. I feel like you could practice Helmasaur till the end of time. Like you'll never truly master Helmasaur. He's always the master. Super buffer douches? Yes, the super buffer douches pay off. It was a slow bomb jump, but it was a bomb jump nonetheless. I always feel like I'm just gonna land my first bomb jump now. When I was younger, I always felt like my runs were always gonna be fucked. I was gonna miss my first two bomb jumps, and I feel like a piece of shit. Uh-oh. 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 Ooh, ooh. He's got fucking shat on, chewed up, and spit the fuck out, baby. Oh, God. What was that? I just wasted a bunch of time. Lucky. Now that's some rusty controller bomb jumping for you. I think I'm better on the box. Let's pick up the box. Spur of the moment. Haven't touched it all day. Let's pick up the box and see if our hammer jumps are better on there. Oh, fuck. Ooh, that's a big fail. Because I suck at moving up one pixel. I don't even know if you can. It's impossible. On the box. On the box. And see what I mean? Like, you don't think I'm gonna get the bomb jump, and then for some reason, I randomly clutch it. Like, I don't know how I keep doing that. Like, I don't feel like that's repeatable. It's just me. Oh! Stumbling around like an old man. And then I clutched it again with a 1 pixel movement. Like, how did I even know I was going to be able to do that? Like, that was complete luck. I just feel like I have lucky fingers when I do it on the bodies, I swear. Now, if only my movement didn't suck in every single room on the box. I know I can make it good, it's just hard. See, like, that movement was pretty clean. In my run, I definitely would have grabbed all those fucking arrows. I guess it really helps if you know how to do Armos well, because then you don't gotta worry so much about arrows. I always hated doing those fucking bosses and land mullahs. No wonder they're the things that I forgot, you know. Would have been nice if I remembered the easy strat that I had for those. I remember I could do ice Armos every fucking time. I should just watch my video. I probably landed the strat in my PB. What was that easy ass strat that I had? I don't know if I stole it from ACM or he probably did something more advanced than me. I don't know where the fuck I got that. I don't know, I always like just making up my own Armos strat. I did it back when I learned Eastern too. Just like stood in a random spot and shot at him and seen what happened. And I just did that every time. The quick kill is so fucking, you have to be so fucking perfect with Armos to get the quick kill. Like you have to execute your strat absolutely perfectly and it's annoying. That's why I always like dreaded learning that fucking fight properly. I feel like with other fights you can kind of make up for a little bit of mistake. You know, you miss a slash on cold stare, oh, who cares? You go back, you did good enough, you got him weak and you finished him off, cool. But on Armos, it's like if you did miss the quick kill, you fucked the whole world, you know what I mean? The punishment on Armos is just way bigger. And I'm still accepting that punishment, daddy. See, I just want more dungeons to click on, you know what I mean? I want like 30 more dungeons to click on. It'd be so fun. All with like cool glitches like Diver Down and Icebreaker and like whatever other fucking weird rail clipping bullshit that they want to put in there, you know what I mean? Fuck yeah, I'm all for it. Like somebody who knows their fucking like WQ and fucking Eddie team up and they with a ROM hacker who made Parallel Worlds and they all fucking gangbang and make a cool game. That'd be fucking sick. And then, like it gets added into a big practice hack like this game. I'm surprised there's not more people who like care about this game and like want to see more from it, you know? I don't know, I always felt that way about this game. Like people just write it off now, but for us kids back then it was like the only thing, you know? There wasn't nothing like it. It's like Halo 2 the first time you play Halo 2 at a LAN party. It's like there wasn't nothing like it, you know what I mean?
Effie, thanks.
And shut up, Quake community. You guys can have your game. Halo was a different thing, you know? Quake was for people, I don't even know, like, did they have gaming PCs back then? Is that what they played this Quake on? I had a GameCube, but I couldn't get Quake, you know? I always wanted to play Quake as a kid, but it was off my radar, you know? And Halo was more accessible. So Halo was my shooter. I kind of like the graphics on Zero Mission though. That is one thing I would like to see more of this style in another game. Maybe just HDified a little bit, like 720p looking visuals for gaming handhelds like the Switch and stuff.
Not good. Getting scammed.
I think people's like I don't know what brash, they're rash, they're like incessant, they're like crazy need for
Wow, I'm getting trolled.
new stimuli has like bred this like sort of darkness in the world, you know what I mean? Like what else would be the explanation to like why great franchises like this die and stuff, you know?
Nah.
I like how you can do that glitch in like every game. Like what I want to know the mechanics behind that one, but from some wizard. The thing is, I think more people would develop for these games, but and develop games similar to them, but the companies make them so afraid.
God, dude.
You know what I mean? That like they're gonna get in trouble if they make a game that's like Metroid or
It was
something.
over. What I did.
Oh, you're
was-
stealing our
that cost me
property.
15
You know what I
seconds, it's
mean?
over.
Your boss looks too much like Mother Brain. You know what I mean? I just feel like the big companies just seem to discourage any success for anyone else, you know? It's like you never hear of Nintendo picked up an indie developer and they made this game for the company. You know what I mean? It's just really weird to me. It's like, are they from another dimension or some shit? Like, is Nintendo's just some fake entity of the alien realm? And when they're all just figurehead reptilian brains? I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, what's going on? Where's the Nintendo that made Link to the Past? You know what I mean? Why did we never get a sequel to this game? And why don't they like support a fan making a sequel or something? You know what I mean? Like I'm personally afraid of making a ROM hack for this game because I don't want to get in trouble. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's legal. Can you edit companies' ROMs and I have no fucking clue. You know what I mean? So like I don't know what to do about it. I guess you just make it and pray that I don't go to jail. You know what I mean? Well, other ROM hackers didn't get caught. I guess we're not gonna get. You know what I mean? Like it's just weird that the company hasn't like officially come out and been like, "Hey, thank you for producing for our old games. We're going to let you guys keep doing this." You know what I mean? So it's just weird. So it's like I don't know. Just practicing the hard splits seems to help. Fucking A, I'm too lazy to learn these Armos fights still. Alright, let's learn one Armos fight right now. I am sick of being a little bitch about this. Let's go to ACM. The solid master himself. Of solid fucking optimal smart gameplay. Fucking genius. Let's see what he's got to teach us about. Oh, where are we going? Armos. And he does that a little bit better than me. He's probably pumping like a god here. Probably saved 12 frames. I don't even know what he's pressing to pump. Oh, he's got inputs. You can look at those. He's grabbing the smart safety arrows. Grabbed them faster than I did. Some like perfect diagonal movement. Now, does he grab this pot here? I like to grab this pot because it's... No. He YOLOs this room. Oh, and he boomerangs the key and I probably saved some frames somehow. You don't even slice the pobo. He's like, I don't need the rupees. I just gotta watch this run. Fuck it. I was gonna go room by room. I want to watch like some of this run here. Wow, and he does that different than I do. I think the hard strat he's going for is like to grab it from the top. Keeps you closer to the chest that you're about to grab after or something. I find it easier to do it grabbing the pot from the side though. And once you know that room, you can, as long as you're not a crazy fast runner, you could reset that room. Lose like 5 seconds and reset that room. Or maybe like 6 seconds or something. Once you're crazy fast, then you pretty much have to nail that though. That's great. That's kind of crazy how how picky their runs are. When you get up into those crazy fast times, you know. I don't know if I'm about all that. That's what I have to practice that on the box. I've only done it like I got lucky and did it in a run once. Okay, this is where I stand. 5 arrows. And he runs over there as fast as possible and shoots downwards. Okay, that sounds very familiar. I definitely learned it from him. That's what I used to do. I didn't get no good time like that. He must be moving like a wizard on his CRT. I don't know what the fuck. He's floating through the doorways. The doorways save him frames or something. This man is fast. Holy fucking balls. So let's see if we can just do that without even watching it one more time, which I probably should. Let's see if we can just like luck into it. If I can learn this, I'll be happy and end the video. I'm not good at shooting arrows on this box. It just feels like I'm not. 22 arrows. We gotta get this shit. Oh god. I don't remember exactly where he stood now. Was he? I couldn't remember if he was touching the statue or not. Oh god. Now I might have to look at what he did. Shit, dude. You kidding me?
And then I missed the shot. You need 15 missiles and 4 supers.
Okay, so he's above this guy. So touching this guy to try to like get into the right position is probably a bad idea. I probably should just like go up here like I do for the boom dash in the tile room. Just like try to manually get into this position. Your like butt is touching the fucking horn, which doesn't sound right. Five arrows. And run to about this diamond almost. Shit, dude. They make it look so easy, but it's not that easy, bro.
I know it's sort of growing back.
Not that easy, bro. To take the horn up the fucking butt. No, bro, I can't even do that part. I can't even kill these guys. No! Oh, the timing on this is a fucking bitch. Okay, let me see this. No! No, you missed one, you're fucked.
It's nearly 1 o'clock.
Stupid fucking fuck. Nah. Die, you unholy demons. Oh my god, that was pure luck. Okay. At least we have a game plan. I'll practice that more some other time. I had no clue how to get that shit. Let's try a Skull Woods on the box. This is fucking cursed. I swear this is the hardest fucking dungeon on the box. Like you seen me in my last run, I actually did pretty good. Ganon's Tower, pretty good. Total Rock, pretty good. Like there was nothing that was complete garbage. Misery Mire made it through that, even though that's pretty tough in my route. Man, I'm mad that I can't get that fireball dash at the end of Misery Mire now. Like, I just got lucky out of nostalgia for like the first 10 times. I literally hit it like the first 10 times I tried it on box. Never even did it before on box. Just out of like pure nostalgia of wanting to do it. And now I realize that it was actually really hard and precise. Too high up, you bonk on the door. Too low, you get hit by the fireball. Get hit by the fireball, you're probably getting hit by the ghost thing afterwards. You don't do that strat, everything else is hella slow and hard to do. Oh wait, ACM might have a safe strat that's fast. ACM is fast as fuck, and I swear he uses some safe strats still. Alright, we gotta get this on. Let's get this dungeon once on box to close out the video, right? Just to show you I can do this on box. Not the best start. Don't grab the heart. It's a trap. Oh god. Still gotta work on my muscle memory of my buttons on the box because I have a lot of buttons mapped, so it's really confusing. Definitely made a lot of improvement from when I first started, though. That feels hella swaggy on the box when you do that shit. Because you're just moving up with a little tap of your pinky. It's like you barely even care about it, but you're actually making like a glitch happen in a video game, you know? It's cool. Definitely fun on controller, but I would say even more fun on box. Like imagine that like a hack perfectly built for this game where it's just like there's cool bomb jumps and shit like that. And like smart spots and dungeons and the runs are just fucking epic. I'm surprised more people aren't like really interested in this. I don't know. Guess they don't like video games that much, I don't know. I always do that. I think you lose time doing that. I don't know for sure, but I think even though some good players do it, I think you lose time. Because your rod like takes forever, it feels like. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, you gotta dash him. And you gotta keep up the pressure. Otherwise he wins. That was pure luck. One try on the box usually doesn't happen on this dungeon. Good, do a good old Misery Mire. I might start rocking the flame rod either way here. It'll help if I get hit by the laser too. I know it's slower to swap to the flame rod. ACM does it. That's my excuse for everything now. Well, ACM does it. Oh god, see what I mean? I got hit. It's like now I might as well have the flame rod. And my dashes were pretty fast in the beginning, you see that? Like I know they might have not been perfect, but they damn near looked it for me. And they felt it. So I really thought I was gonna be getting that wizard. That wizard, yo. He's a wizard.
New Year chat. I hope your New Year's resolution is 1442.
I don't know how I'm losing so much time on these good players, bro. These people are fucking crazy. Sure, I know I didn't have the boss quick kills, but damn. Thought I would be a little bit closer, you know what I mean? I thought I was gonna get a 135. I really gotta implement these new strats and optimize them. I'm just joking around. Like, my rupee route needs to be perfect, my bomb route needs to be... Like, if I don't have those, that's just, like... You suck, basically. Extra 2 minutes on your run, too. You're a douche, your run sucks. I think that's faster than what Eddie does. Because I get a 35... Or a 356... when I do it with that down movement. But I get like a 402 or some shit when I do it with the diagonal movement that I seen Eddie do. I used to do that diagonal movement back in the day because it felt safer so I wouldn't get hit by the fireball. And Meyer really matters that you have your hearts, so... Oh fuck. Like in Ice Palace, if you somehow got hit a bunch, it wouldn't even really matter. There's a good chance you could beat the boss, you know? But in Meyer, it's like, there's a good chance you might die if you ain't got those hearts, man. I don't know if there's a timing to making sure that you always kill that wizard Harry over there. I hate this timing. Let's go! We got the mostly fast version. Probably could have saved a couple frames here though. Ooh, that was almost bad. So I gotta work on. I'm just making this up. Like I don't even see. Like it didn't even work that time. Is it just like a YOLO? Like you might get it, or maybe if you go perfectly fast, you always get it. Like the timing of the room just works because you went perfectly fast. That's probably what it is. That shit's always like that. Like the fucking spike room in the Ganon's tower with a bunch of spikes and Cyclopses. It's so stupid. It feels good when... I'll admit that it feels good when you pull the shit off. You feel like a fucking technical wizard. Okay, this fucking shit. Oh, and I got it too. At least I got past the fireball this time. Alright, don't do that dash there. I don't know why I'm doing that. Just fucking around. Alright, you basically need that. And you better carry some extra arrows. Unless you're a 124 runner, then you can. Oh, he's still not dead. This guy's going crazy over there. Well, we got him on the box, but damn. That was rough. I want to get that. Let's get that dash, though.
The lowest it's gonna go is 25. Then it's gonna go back up to 31.
Fuck, I don't know how to do this.
Tomorrow night. rock to get.
Okay. I guess I know how to do spooky action now. I'm just kidding.
Big problem today. It's really
I know I don't.
today. Like I'm just
I do that. No, I think I did everything right for spooky action, but I don't know how to get there. That's usually what I'll usually pull off in a run.
to really bring
Now that I know that you have to be very specific with how long you hold up there.
It's way too hot.
Like, you don't want that to happen. Oh, you can dodge. I forgot that you could dodge the... You could very easily go back down the stairs and waste like 10 seconds though, right? Is that what that's all about? Yeah.
And try again tomorrow.
I think I can get that timing back. I thought maybe it was super hard, but maybe I can get that back.
Yeah. Thank you for watching Post S.
Well, that was the first video of polishing up my run. We just putzed around a little bit. We're going to be looking at these runs really close. Trying to see everywhere where we're losing time and stuff. Because I'm sure there's like some blatantly obvious shit that I feel like I'm doing right, but I'm not or something. That's what it feels like. Probably just putting off a lot of work on the bosses. Like if I just sat there working on the bosses for a day, I probably would make a lot more progress on the next run. I feel like.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just way too hot to continue. I'm sorry.
At least some of the bosses, like, you don't really need to practice Argus. And you don't really need to practice Trine Hex if you're doing the safe strats.
Right, chat. You have Metro Prime Rando or Default. I'm gonna lean towards Default because Default has 9 viewers and Rando stream has 100. My brainer. Which one to pick?